in San Francisco. Look at this craziness right behind me. Look at all these people. Yeah, look at that. People excited. We got a practice round going on right here. We got 12 on 12, green versus white, going head to head, attackers and defenders. But before we jump into all that, I have Owen Johnson here, community brand manager at EA. How's it going, Owen?
I'm doing great, thanks.
All right.
The energy here is great. You know, we love to come out here and see the fans, and it really just helps us do what we do every day.
So you've been doing this a little while with Battlefield 3. Has the response to the game been what you guys have been anticipated?
I gotta say, it's been so far beyond what we could possibly imagine. You know, I mean, we always thought people would be excited about it, but this is just transcends everything.
Very cool. So as you can see, we got a lot of people excited behind me. We got a bunch of people waiting in the wings, ready to play. We got, let's be frank, hot dogs serving up some good grub out here. So anyways, if you guys are in the San Francisco area, if you guys want to get a chance to look at the new Battlefield 3 beta, that's coming out tomorrow, right?
Well, the official beta starts the 29th. Early access for those who pre-ordered Medal of Honor and pre-ordered Battlefield 3 through Origin get in tomorrow.
All right, thanks for Owen for all that information. But as you can see, like, we have reached a boiling point right now. People are ready to play, so I think we'll jump right into the tournament action.
There you are.
The Kevins, let's hear some expert commentary as this match unfolds against white versus green. Sure. All right. There we go.
So yeah, here we go. We got white versus green to start with. Now, when we go in, what kind of strategies are we going to expect to see from these teams? We've got 12 versus 12. What are some of if you were playing? What are some of the things that you would keep in mind on this particular map?
We'll start with the attackers first. I love attacking. I love being aggressive, getting in there. I think one of the big things you're going to want to do as an attacker is stay together with your team, work together. That's one of the keys in any Battlefield match that you're going to play is you're able to group up into squads of 4, and everyone will be in a squad on their team. And you can work together in a whole bunch of different ways. It's as simple as hitting select on your PlayStation controller, and that will spot an enemy. So basically calls it out to your team. There's an audible cue, and then it puts a little red icon over their head, meaning like, I've got eyes on. And it's great because if you say you're way out of range, you spot him far away, and your guy's nearby, and all of a sudden he's right next to him, boom, you can turn and shoot him. It's simple as that, all the way up to being the squad leader, which is a revision of what we've had in the past. The squad leader is able to spawn on any teammate or any squad mate in his group. So if there's one of the guys has made his way up as an attacker, you're at the crate, you're about to arm the MCOM station. The main objective is to blow up 8 MCOM stations as the attackers. If you're right there, spawn in on your buddy, lay down some support fire, help him out. One of the other great things is we have 4 different classes within the game. We'll probably go into plenty of detail on them along the show tonight, but mixing up those classes, kind of seeing where your team's at or where your squad's at, and as far as need is help. You know, if you have 3 support class characters out there just laying tons of fire, maybe it's a good time to become Assault, spawn in on one of your buddies and help them out with med packs in case they get shot down, things like that. So that's a few tips for those attackers out there. I think defenders, the big key again, using teamwork, same thing. If you've got a great spot, maybe you've got a good crossfire from one of the locations, not a lot going on behind you, spawn in a couple of guys, maybe a recon and a support guy. It's a little bit of mid-range along with some long range. Great combo sitting there in a relatively well-hidden spot.
Now, what kind of vehicles will we be seeing on this particular map? Any at all?
No, not on this one. So this is one of the maps. Battlefield's definitely been known for vehicles. There's plenty of them there. We have tanks, APCs, helicopters, jets are back. Everyone loves the jets. Some watercraft, some other stuff in there. But today there aren't any major vehicles on the map.
Yeah, Battlefield 2, actually my favorite thing was to be infantry. So I'm very excited actually to see infantry only in these particular matches then.
Well, definitely,
that's really great.
It's a good one.
Homer, have we started up gaming, or what's going on down there? You've got some exciting stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, I got some exciting stuff down here. We're actually getting into a match. They're setting them up. I actually have the team captain of Team Green right over here. What's going on, man? How's it going? What's your name?
My name is Keith, and it's going good.
All right, so you are the designated team leader of Team Green. Did you know that?
I did. I don't know why I got chosen, because I'm probably the worst player here right now, so yeah.
I think it was the cool North Face jacket, I think.
That could be it, yeah.
So you guys are defenders, right?
Yes, we are. No, actually, we're attackers coming up. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk strategy. You got a team of 12. You don't know all of these people, right?
I only know about 2 or 3 of them. So.
Okay. So how are you going to command your team to victory?
Just take it slow and believe in everybody. I guess talk strategy the entire time. So, I mean, nobody knows the map very good, so we're all over here. So,
All right, you're giving it the old college try, right?
I guess so, if you want to call it that. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, good luck, man. Hopefully you'll move on.
Yeah, we will.
Oh, look at that. I like that. A confident man. That's how you win, baby. All right, let's go talk to the Team White real quick. Come on over here, Tyler. All right, we got the captain of Team White over here. What's going on? What's your name?
Hi, Chris.
Chris. Another Chris.
Another Chris. Another one of the many Chris's.
All right, so you guys are defenders, right?
Correct.
So what are you going to do to keep Team Green off your back?
What we're going to do is we're going to be aggressive in front of the... What am I? This is public? Everyone can hear my strategy? Come on, man. We're just going to kick some asses. Can I say that?
That's fine.
All right, we're going to...
Ass is cool.
Ass is cool. We're going to kick some ass.
All right, we're about to get started here. We got Jody Robinson. Are we kicking this thing off or what?
We're going right now.
All right, here we go. White versus green. Round one kicking off right now.
There you go.
Here we go.
All right,
We're
Kevin, I'm
jumping in the
excited.
map.
This is awesome. There we go. So it looks like we're following a defender right now. This might be, I wonder if this is team captain Chris.
How you doing?
So we were looking at team, is this Team White?
This is team white.
This
So
is
you can
Team
tell the icons on that left side of the bar there. If
Sure.
those are blue square, oh, there we go. Now we're on attackers. So those red diamond shape items, that means you are an attacker.
Sure.
So you'll see on the screen you have an A and a B icon, and they obviously are moving relative to where those actual MCOM stations are at.
Oh,
Looks
and already we've got trouble.
If that's Team Chris, he's not starting off so well. Hand up in the air for some life
A
support.
little aggressive. He
That
was
is
definitely
the
running
nature of a
forward.
first-person shooter. It is aggression in its finest form. Back to the attackers. So you can see, it looks like a couple of them are pulling up on the left side. And this is a cool area. You're passing by a fountain. You can see there's a lot of foliage around. So you can take your time. You can work up, and we'll see if anyone spawns on him. We're not able to tell right away if he's the squad leader or not. But if so, that means anyone can spawn on him. He looks like he's with another teammate, not squad mate. So for those watching, anyone that's blue on your screen, that means they are a fellow teammate. Anyone that's green, either the icon or the name, that means they are a fellow squad mate. So one of those teammates just got put down by this clever. So this is the defender we were talking about earlier on that right side, getting a little cross beam on him. Oh, pull out the pistol, go to secondary. Very nice.
Wow,
See if he'll
very
pull up
nice.
oh,
man.
Well done though. Oh, there it is.
Sniping for the win.
Well, this is one of many, so they can be long matches. It's a good grenade. Let's see where it lands. You got some damage. You saw him. Oh, real-time destruction. One of the Battlefield hallmarks there. You can actually see that tree. Actually, if it falls on you, does a little bit of damage. But more so, actually, you saw it give him cover to get across. Put in some bullets. Well done.
I pulled that out. I was worried about the aiming there
knife
for a
him!
minute.
Knife him! I think he ran by a guy. There's a guy right below him. There, right there.
Shoot!
Use R2. R2 to knife. Oh,
There you go.
Oh, support
Oh.
class.
There we go.
Good work.
And some excellent use of switching to sidearm when necessary. Always quicker to switch to sidearm.
If you
than it
also
is to
notice, he
reload.
actually picked up a fallen kit. One of the guys that he killed, he picked up that person's kit, and that's one of the unique things about Battlefield as well, is adapting your situation. I've definitely been known, empty a bullet, or empty a clip into someone, and when they die, you run over them. You hold square in this case to pick up a new set of tools for yourself. You change class, so you fundamentally, if you're recon, you fundamentally go over to assault. But it can be a good way, if you're out of bullets, to put someone down with your final clip magazine, and run on to the next.
Now, what exactly is the location that we're assaulting in this case? What, are we destroying? Are we infiltrating?
Yes, so the attackers are the Americans, the Marines in this case, and they are coming after, you'll see, I don't know if anyone will get the opportunity right now. No, it didn't happen. They're actually assaulting an anti-air station at this particular point so that they can rein in some CAS, some close air support. So that's the primary start right here, and then after they take this first section of MCOM stations, they're going to move on and continue to take that square. That's the main objective for those attackers, the Marines, and the Russians are dug in this Parisian square, and they're coming after it. It's kind of a strategic control point for them.
Now, it seems like somebody on Team Green just earned a ribbon. For the uninitiated of Battlefield, can you explain what that ribbon is going to do for that player or for the team?
Yes, so there's one of the great things about Battlefield, there is so much to go after rather than just, oh, there we go, a disarm charge, almost there, and nice work, defenders. The ribbons, you have ribbons, pins, and medals, and all of those, I think they're metal. Ribbons and pins for sure. But those are, a lot of them are just really cool or unique milestones to hit. Some are cumulative, so 5,000 kills, and just as you're playing, obviously they rack up. Some are round specific, some are life specific. There's a whole bunch of different stuff in there, and part of it is just really to, for us, one of the important things is making sure that the journey through multiplayer is a reward in itself. It's not like when you finish multiplayer, if you unlock everything, you're gonna have this one gun that can just wreck house, no matter what. It's more about playing as yourself, finding out who you are in the battlefield, what your type of roles are, and along the way, going after setting some cool objectives for yourself, whether it be those pins or medals we were talking about, or just having a good time and getting them accidentally.
Sure.
There's a couple good ones. One of the favorites is always around road kills. There's always something in there where, whether it be, landing a helicopter on an unsuspecting enemy, running someone over in a Jeep or a tank, there's a lot of good stuff you mix in with the vehicles, and they add a whole new element that we really like. And with especially the vehicles in the mix, I feel like it's pretty good right now. There's a lot of really good players out there. For the white captain to be so humble, I think he's actually there. He's leading his team pretty well so far. But there you go, nice marksman ribbon. But as you can see, there's just this very visceral feeling and physical feeling of the war around you. There's so much happening. You can see the bullets snap and whiz by, and that's one of the things that's been important for us, is making sure really that every bullet shot has an impact in this world. Whether it's hitting a tree and just leaving a mark, or chipping away cover like you saw there. That guy overshot some bullets and chipped away a few rounds of that cement there. It's really important for us that this connection and this immersion to the world around you is true.
Sure. There's a lot of sense of impact to these death animations, I've noticed.
Yes.
That's something you don't often see. A lot of times you'll see them go limp, you'll see them fly in sort of unnatural ways. But there's some violence in the way these guys die.
You feel, especially when you see it, when you're playing as a character, obviously you're in the first person view, so you don't see yourself fall apart. You do, go down in a unique way. But one of the things we've done, and we'll talk probably a lot about it today, that we're just incredibly proud of, is Frostbite 2 engine. This is the game engine that powers this game. It's been in development for quite a few years. Oh, there we go. Did they get that MCOM station? Oh, it's armed. Okay. Defenders are disarming. Attackers, if you're listening right now, it's great to stay and protect that station. Oh, just a little too late there. Wow, one of those guys just cleaned up 3 in a row. But with Frostbite 2, back to that, it's just this incredibly powerful tool for us to build this great game upon, and that's really one of the enablers that allowed us to build. This is the biggest and best Battlefield we've ever built by far, and this engine, things like the animation system, it's called the Ant animation system, and people are familiar if they're into the tech. It's actually been in sports games before. FIFA and Madden both use it, and we implemented it in a first-person shooter, obviously quite different. You're not dribbling a ball or throwing a touchdown. You're taking bullets in the shoulder, or you're sliding into cover, and all these different things look and they feel. Most importantly, they feel exactly right there. Vaulting a fence, right? You can see your legs as you naturally would when you would do something like that. So it was really important for us in that immersive sense and the immersive goal to do such a thing. There's a couple of other ones in there. I'm sure we'll talk all about them. But animation, destruction, scale, lighting, and audio are the 5 kind of core components that we've identified in Frostbite 2.
Now, if let's say that I didn't play Battlefield 2. I mean, it's been a little while. Yes, but on the other hand, let's say that I've been playing the heck out of Bad Company 2.
Yep.
What kind of lessons might I have learned from Battlefield Bad Company 2 that I'm bringing into this that would make me a valuable teammate?
You're going to find there's a lot of similarities between all the Battlefields. So I would say from a gameplay perspective, there's a lot of similarities. Oh, that's right there. Let's take a minute there to look at that beautiful flashlight that guy had. That was one of the cool things, one of the new things in the game is you can use flashlights, especially in this tight underground environment. Sure. Actually blind your enemies. From a distance, it kind of makes you a goose to be shot at, but when you're up close and personal, it really makes it tough to shoot back, as we'll hopefully see later. But for those that are playing Bad Company 2 and switching over to Battlefield 3, I think you'll find that you're going to be right at home. The controls are going to be very similar, the interface is similar, but the tone, I would say, or the feeling you get when you play the game is definitely different. This is a little bit more serious, I'd say, and it's connected more so to Battlefield 2. We really feel that it's the spiritual successor to Battlefield 2, but it's built on this brand new game engine. So people that have played in the Frostbite 1, they're going to understand the destruction environment, how it works with the tactical destruction, where you're popping off rounds, or someone's in a house, you shoot an RPG into the wall behind them and come in and stab them. That's one of the cool things in there. But there's so much we've added up right there. Someone pulling out a bipod, definitely one of my favorite new additions. Part of that physical connection to the world around you.
Sure. Now, of course, Battlefield fans will be happy that decried this maybe in Battlefield in Bad Company too. Hey, look, there's going prone.
There is.
Yes. So
rest
assured.
I'd say the two most notable things that we have added in from the Battlefield 2 audience is probably Glee, and this was again towards that spiritual successor attitude, is prone and jets. And so we'll first talk about prone. There's probably the people that are cheering right now, they are indeed recon players or snipers, and the people that are jeering are probably everyone else. Oh, let's see if we get some knives. Maybe we can show them.
Very nice.
Knife them. Okay.
Hey,
Well,
a kill's a kill when
agree.
it comes down to the
It would have been
nitty-gritty.
good timing, but it sounds like he's listening. Oh, again, knife him. Oh,
You
that's
just
right.
want to be fancy. Let him have his pistol.
I do want him to be fancy. That's right. Well, hopefully we'll get to see a knife kill later, but I guess with the Battlefield 2 audience, they were so ingrained, like 64-player matches on PC. Obviously, Battlefield 2 was only on PC. Right there, you go. That nostalgia factor right there. That sense of awe.
But I mean, there was just such a great attacker run there. Like I was so pleased there for a while, and then to get gunned down at that moment where you seem to really be on a streak.
Yep.
But this is really interesting. Some tight quarters down there as the map is pushing them through. Through this station and beyond.
And you'll notice it's a pretty stark contrast to the first area we were at, right?
Absolutely.
We were outside in an open, sunny, bright area. Now we're downstairs in a poorly lit subway station. You can see the dynamics of Frostbite 2 in just this instance alone, right? It still is a beautiful environment. And we've not been known in the past for the tight urban style of fighting. And that's what we really are excited to do with Frostbite. It allows us to be just so dynamic with everything that we have available to us, and we like showing it off.
So tell me, okay, so we know that the platforms are going to have different player counts between PC and console, right? So let's say we're looking at a tight area like this. Has a lot of thought gone into, okay, so let's say we have a multitude of players on PC, fewer on console, to make sure that, because I can imagine a place like this, okay, suddenly it becomes very clogged or something like that. I'm sure a lot of thought has gone into the map design and making sure that players on all platforms feel like they're getting a full experience.
Absolutely. One of the big things is that with mouse and keyboard, you can just really do a lot more. You have a lot more keys and inputs than you can have on console. Sure. And the style and the way that people play, we've obviously been in the multiplayer business for over 10 years, so we've tracked a lot of data, we've seen a lot of telemetry, done a lot of research, and we've been talking to our fans for 10 years, and we know what works, and we've tried things that have helped us learn how to do things better. And one of the key learnings that we've done, the Frostbite engine allows us actually to scale to a higher level, but we've chosen on purpose to keep these player counts at 24 for console and 64 for PC, because that's almost an optimal setting for the specific environments. To point out here, as you were mentioning, this is actually not a 64-player map on PC, it's a 32.
There you
so
go.
it's adding 8 more players, so 4 aside, and the size of the map you have here, that those 4 players get soaked in very nicely. You don't really,
Sure.
Doesn't really feel, from me playing on all platforms, I don't really feel like there's more people. I feel like there's maybe more targets, who knows, but it doesn't really feel crowded. It doesn't feel like I'm seeing people any quicker or more often than I would be on the console map.
The more people to shoot, the better, as far as I'm concerned.
That's right.
Now we're getting ever so closer as teams are forced into meeting up with each other in this relatively thin environment.
So we had 3 total drop out on one side.
There's a lot. Getting some good stuff. We actually saw just a quick thing to point out there. We saw a glimpse of our dog tags. One of the cool things we've added, so we've had dog tags since 2142, where if you come up and knife the player, you get a little bit of pride and joy in stealing their tags. And I do hope if we get some awesome knife kills later that they are captured. But the animations we were talking about, that visceral feeling, the dog tag stealing animation is definitely one of my favorites. So hopefully we'll get to see that. But the tags are now customizable, so you can do a bunch of different stuff to them. You can change some icons, you can put stats of yours on there. They're a dynamic tool to represent who you are as a player on the battlefield. So we're excited to first time really offer that chance to change them and customize them as your own.
Sure. And the attackers truly making a push here. It looks like we're potentially making our way out of the station.
They're
getting close.
Actually, they still have both MCOM stations together. Defenders have really found their stride. There's actually a guy you can see, he was in that subway car. That's like basically the conductor station or whatever you would call it. And he was posted up there with looked like a bipoded gun. That's a incredibly powerful place to put it. But at the same time, when you're mounted up there, you're stuck. You're physically locked with your weapon on it. So sometimes you definitely at an advantage when you're in a hallway like that, but if someone makes it around the side, then you are prime time for knife time. Assault rifle ribbon, this guy is pretty effective. I think that means 5 kills in a row with his weapon of choice there. So he's right at an MCOM station, just pass it underneath him. See where...
and this is always the trick if you don't know the map. How do I get down there?
Exactly. So it's always fun to watch players that are brand new at the map. You know, they're trying to. There's a bipod coming out. They're always trying to find exactly how it works the best. You can see the white team here in defense covering one of the choke points in a way. That's actually a good one right there. Let's see if you can stay. Very tough to balance because there is a doorway right there. So with a support gun like that, especially when you're mounted in a bipod, it makes it really difficult to quickly track a new enemy, but he's loose fire, putting him down, nice work. You can see on the left side as well for those of us watching, because the player is a defender, they have the blue squares I was mentioning, but the bar below, ooh, nice.
Oh, that was, pulling that one out, that was great.
Yeah. The red bar below with that number kit, those are the number of tickets or basically lives left for the attackers, and so the defenders win by depleting the tickets before the attackers actually take it all down.
And a ticket is used whenever a player respawns.
Correct. And so if a player, actually that's one of the benefits of playing the assault class, is you have a defibrillator, so when your team is down, you do lose a ticket, but if you bring them in, you get back to life before time expires. And oh, good spot. Oh. Let's see if the grenade went out, and
yeah, I think he got the enemy.
I think he got at least some damage on him.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my favorite moves is from running. I said, you see a guy turn quickly, trying to get away into a room. I throw a grenade at the edge wall, let it bounce by me. By the time I run by it, usually it sits there. The guy's chasing me, and it blows him up. It's one of the advanced tactics I like to put into play.
Now, can you cook grenades?
You cannot. When you pull them out, you're able to just let them loose. Like this guy's already put on a sight to his weapon. That's one of the great things that we were talking a little bit about the journey of playing. Customization is a big thing. Once you go through, you can add in 3 kind of attachments to your weapon. Whether it's an underslung rail, a light, scopes, extended camo, clips. There's a whole bunch you can look to use as you customize your loadout for yourself.
Oop. Oh, down he goes.
Up. Attackers are taking a pretty good shelling right now. They just lost a lot of points. You also see that screen quickly went by, but there was a thing in the corner that said me versus foe, and you can see how many times in this match that they've either bested you or you've bested them. If you like to track nemesis kills and things of the like, which we definitely do have. Saving a buddy will yield a save your kill. There's always kill assist, obviously if you wing someone but don't quite finish them off and someone else does. Spotting assist, as I talked about. We actually saw a couple of marksman awards earlier, and those are a lot of fun. My favorite are headshot marksman awards. So if you snipe somebody from a big distance, I don't exactly know what the approximate distance is, but from a good sight range away, you'll get an extra bonus point based upon that distance that you actually killed him.
Did he just die because he was in the fire? I wasn't paying any attention to that.
I think he got shot.
Okay. I wasn't even sure if the fire was going to be damaged.
That environmental fire hurt you.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think so. I was,
oh, look at that jackpot. Knife him.
Come on.
Come on. Oh, his buddy turned around.
Sometimes you just got to get the kill. You may want to be fancy.
So there's a marksman bonus. Yep. Nice little 62 points. I know, but...
You know, I know Kevin, I mean, I know you like it fancy.
Built for TV, exactly. We like it fancy.
And you know, let's say that I want to get my bearings first. Am I going to be able to jump in and spectate matches before I get my feet wet? Is that a feature that you'll be supporting?
It is something we are aggressively evaluating right now. We definitely want to have. Oh wow! Look at him just go.
Just beautiful.
See, look at that position.
Yeah.
That's great. 3 enemies down right there. That was very good positioning by the defender there. Unfortunately, as you can see, both. Oh, now one of those crates is blinking in the corner. Oh no! In order to get any replenishments as the attacker, you need to take down both MCOMs. So they had a minute ago both MCOM stations blinking. It looks like, oh, they're both blinking again. This is actually a new feature as well, that if an MCOM station, oh, that one's now just armed. If an MCOM station is armed and you run out of tickets, they've got one. Oh, this is going to be a tight one. Oh, look at everyone is rushing for that area. This is when coming in with a grenade and just emptying the clip is a great idea. 6 tickets. Uh-oh. Oh, they got him.
Wow.
Oh, wait. Yeah, it looks like attack. So the attackers have they have a new set of reinforcements. They get it? It's still flashing. So they have the tickets. Oh, it looks like they took it. So they are on to the next base. Base taken. You can see in the upper corner. Wow.
Very impressive.
Nice work, attackers.
Yeah.
What a run. You went down to 0 tickets, took it. So that was something different from Bad Company 2, is that if you ran out of tickets while an MCOM station was armed, the match was still over. And we decided to change that as part of the gameplay experience, right? We feel like you've come that far, you've secured yourself, but at the same time, if you do die when that crate's flashing, you won't be able to come back right away until you take it down. So guard your life wisely.
Oh.
Those that are wondering if they're still looking at the screens here like we are, you can see in the bottom left corner all those green, all those names there. Those are your squad mates. I believe the guy at the top should be your squad leader. It's either your leader or yourself. But those icons on the left of their names actually denotes what class they're playing. It's a good way of checking out, hey, oh, all my team is playing support. Maybe it's a good time to go something else. This character we're looking at looks like he's going engineer, and the other 3 guys are playing support.
Now, if I'm an engineer in an infantry-only map, what advantages am I bringing to the team?
One of my favorite ones is actually that you're still using that RPG. I like to think of RPGs as long sniper shots, a little slower. And they're great at splash damage. People that get either elevated positions or see people in a crowded, this is actually a great crowded area. You can't see it quite yet, but there's turnstiles. We're basically in the ticket checking area, if you will, at a subway station. You can see a squad ribbon right there, so this looks like he is our squad captain, or our squad leader, which is great, getting his players to battle quickly. But for the engineers, you can use that RPG at any time. You do offer good long-distance support and splash damage, which I think is one of the good ones. Oh, thank you, player, for queuing up some support class action there. As support, you can drop extra ammo, as we just saw there, so your teammates can run over and resupply on it. But this is a great area actually for the RPGs. There's a lot of alleyways kind of on the side where people are in those windows. And you can put an RPG through a window, hit a chair or so behind it, and that splash damage often will get a guy behind it, or with the proper balancing.
Now, on a map like this, positioning is always going to be key. Getting around, using cover to your advantage.
Prone.
Yep. And it looks like there's not a whole lot around that's going to be destructible. So when you're behind something, you're actually behind something in some of these more solid areas like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the things that we've really focused on is obviously destruction is a hallmark of the franchise. People love it because it's fun, but it's also really useful and tactical. That is a great spot to be posted up in. Oh. That is a tough corner to turn. But not every single thing, nice, we get to see that player. Not every single thing is destructible in the game, and a big part of that is because of gameplay, right? We want to make sure that players are having a great time, having fun in multiplayer. Obviously, authenticity is important for us, but you can see right there, blowing away some of the rubble, the pieces of the corners there. There's a lot of metal, like fallen steel buildings, I guess you would say, in this area. Let's see, this guy looks like he's behind one right now. Yep, right there. It's like a steel cabinet that's fallen down. So from a gameplay perspective, it's solid. It's not really going anywhere. So there are pieces of cover that are non-destructible, but obviously the majority of things are. You can see right there, he runs by a blown, tile off the wall. Those are big things that we definitely make sure are fully destructible. And you still will be able to take down. In this case, right, we're in a really big, this is a city, big buildings, lots of stuff around, so you're not able to fully flatten any buildings, but those small, wooden buildings, oh, look at that, defender making a move. Suppression assist, nice. So those are, that's one of the new things we have in the game, which is really cool. So the suppression, is basically when you are aiming or shooting at a player, but maybe you're not actually directly hitting them. This is most notably for the support character guys, right? Because you have a lot of bullets on those big guns. A lot of times you can shoot a full extended magazine, 200 rounds before reloading. And you can shoot around other characters, and it affects what we call your combat effect, combat awareness. So you'll see your screen kind of blur and darken in a little bit on the sides, and it's not meant to be a full, it's not blinding by any means, but it definitely is distracting, and it, like you said, it lowers your effectiveness, your awareness a bit.
Oh, I was worried there for a minute.
Look at that.
Oh, down he goes anyway.
Wow, that player really went down. So suppression assist is when you're shooting at the players and you're shooting around them, and it's not directly hitting them, but it's definitely affecting them. Wow, look at that player just rack up the points. That is teamwork at its finest. Squad heal and squad spawn. But suppression is a really cool thing. So
that's what you get for getting up.
Yeah, there we go. That was the guy. Another big suppression assist right there. So laying down fire, you may not be the one that actually kills them, but you're definitely, we like to think that, right, in a real battle scenario, you would definitely be hiding in cover if that was your life. There's no respawn, right? So hiding behind cover and being pinned down by an enemy team, that's definitely adding to the value of your team. So we want to reward people for that.
Some great use of the bipod there.
Yeah, getting down in the prone, and bipod's really useful for multiple reasons. We didn't really go into detail, but the detail of it is that when we're down in bipod, you obviously are more effective. You have better accuracy, and your range is extended a bit because of how kind of locked in you are. If anyone that's fired real firearms, you know that you're carrying like an M249 or a 240. Those guns are heavy. They're big.
But you're vulnerable.
Well, there's a good kick.
Yeah.
Exactly, but your range, how far you can turn with that bipod, definitely limits you. And you're, I like to say you're more tunnel vision. Sure. In a way, you're looking downhill rather than around.
Oh, probably the wall's not the best place to run.
Kept him alive somehow. So you can see that player is not using the bipod, and at that distance, it's making it a little bit tough. The guy is trying to get cute and go around, but unfortunately, that is a dead end.
Yeah, but he showed that wall who's boss.
Attackers, all of a sudden, wow, down to 5 tickets.
Yep.
See if they can rally.
3? Oh no, 4.
4. Let's see if they can rally. Whoa!
Now it's 3.
Making for 2.
2.
Attackers, final push, and there it is.
Boom.
Well fought battle. Well fought. Got some good scores up and over there. Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. That was fantastic. You know what? Let's check in with Homer. Homer, can you check in with the team, see how you're feeling down there, see how the teams are feeling about their performance?
Hey, what's going on? It's Homer down here at the courtyard. We got Owen here. Owen, we had an exciting match between Team White, Team Green. Team White prevailed. The defenders, the green team made a good run. They were down to 1 ticket. They got the point blown up, but they met their demise.
Yeah, no, they definitely rallied. I thought
so we're getting some feedback. We're getting some crazy feedback.
No, they definitely rallied back there. I thought that they were over earlier, but yeah, I think they had about 1 ticket left, and they managed to capture the MCOM. And really, I mean, they made a push, and they almost got to the outside. If they had gotten those last MCOM, they would have pushed to the last 2. Anyway, great match.
All right, we're going to get ready. Thanks for joining us on it. Owen, we're going to talk with the designated team leader, Team Green. You guys made a good push right there in the middle, but
I don't know what happened. The second area we won it with about 6 kills left, or 6 deaths. I don't know what happened on the third. I don't know. Next time.
All right. Well, you're going to go into the losers bracket. You guys aren't out of the tournament yet. Still got 1 opportunity to take the championship, although you're going to have to go a little bit of a roundabout way to go about it.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, at least we know what we're going to go. You know, we know what to do next time, I think. We're going to talk about it probably. So.
All right, good luck in the next round. All right, let's talk to the captain of Team White right here. All right, you guys you had your backs against the wall for a second there, but then the momentum shifted towards your guys' team. What happened? What brought it all together?
I think we all started communicating a little bit more clearly. We had an even dispersion of squads on each side, so we really took it to them. They could have been a little bit more aggressive, but I think maybe they doubted themselves or something. I'm not sure why they hesitated in some of the moments that they had. But whatever, we took advantage of it. We suppressed them, and that was it.
All right, so what do you think so far?
I think that we're on a good track. I think we're going to severely kick some ass on attacking. That's what we do. Team White is going to go crazy tonight.
The delay is kind of weird, huh?
WWE type thing.
All right, man. Congratulations. You guys are moving on to the winner's circle. Jody Robinson. Oh, wait, Jody's coordinating right. Marco, let's get down here, man. So, Marco, you were watching the match on both sides of the ball the whole time. What did you guys observe? What did you think is a good tactic that the defenders did in order to retain the match?
It's all about communication. They were talking to each other non-stop throughout the match. And if you give that time where you're just not talking, you're allowing the opposition to get in there and do exactly what you don't want them to do, kick your butt.
All right, so Team White's moving on. Team Green going into the losers bracket. They got a roundabout way. They might have to really get it together for the losers bracket in order to advance. It's a double elimination competition here. So what do you think? Blue or red in the next round?
Whichever team communicates will win.
All right.
That's all I got to say.
That's it. All right, guys. So we're going to get Team Blue and Team Red in here very quickly. They're going to warm up for a little bit, and then we'll get the match underway. But in the meantime, I'm going to toss it back to the Kevins right now to talk a little bit more about the game.
All right, so Kevin squared back. Now, one thing I want to mention, this isn't just about the folks that are here. You guys get to participate too that are watching in the audience. We're going to be showing some Battlefield codes, some Battlefield 3 beta codes up on your screen. So be on the lookout for those because we got 52, I think, of those to give away. So write them down. They don't go active live until noon tomorrow.
Yeah,
that's my understanding.
If they're on PlayStation, make sure you're not using them until a little bit later. We got to wait for it to get propped up. But yeah, you know, go ahead. I'd say try in the afternoon.
Yeah, they are PlayStation 3 codes, just to be clear. Don't try to be plugging those into any other machine. Your 3DO is not going to be using those codes.
Virtual Boy might work, though.
That's true. Virtual Boy works for almost everything, I've noticed. Yeah. What's that?
PC, PS3, and Xbox.
Oh, so we okay.
Ryan
okay. McDonald is saying we got codes for everything.
Cool.
So I'm assuming that what pops up on the screen is going to let you know. My bad. Sorry about that, guys. But there you go. No platforms left out. Now we've got red versus blue coming up. Now, if I were on one of those teams watching here, what do you think are some of the mistakes they can learn from? We saw the attackers get taken down to 0 tickets and make miraculous comeback, only
cool.
to fall eventually. If I'm watching, what am I going to learn from that? What do you think are some of the mistakes that they made, aside from they could have shot better?
Yeah. Outside of the player's individual skill, one of the things it looked like initially was that they were all going in different directions. We seemed to see when we were watching the attackers that you would see 2 or 3 guys on one side, and you'd see an attacker like run across to try and join him, and then bam, that guy gets shot out of the air.
Sure.
So it's good to work together in those squads. It did look like people were mostly squad spawning, so they were working on their teams themselves. Sure. But what White said, which I think made it work, was they almost assigned squads areas to cover, so you immediately know where you're supposed to go to help keep your team thick at all times. Never let them run one side. I think as an attacker, you need to think a little different in your strategies, not spread your squad, but ideally work all 12 through one area, right? Because 12 versus 4 ideally takes them down, or maybe throw some distractors on the side to keep the other squads busy with the defenders. But sometimes bum rushing does work, and you can stay, then once the crate's armed, stay back, almost play defense for that crate armed. A lot of them are relatively open. In that subway area where they got popped at the end, the left crate is kind of in this corner area, and if you're playing as a defender or as an attacker, you can actually post up pretty far back and relatively secure if you're prone, and anyone that runs in to take that crate down, they're pretty much wide open for you, whether it's a grenade or just laying in some heavy fire.
Sure. Now let's say I'm a squad leader. Obviously, on any of these platforms, I can use voice commands. But like in Battlefield Previous, am I going to be able to issue a quick command to say, let's you know, go down on this area as a squad? Will I be able to issue any kind of commands from my controller or anything like that?
We do have the rows. I think we confirmed that it's on consoles as well. I don't think it's in this exact open beta build, but you can hit select. Like if you're looking at, you know, crate A or B, you can hit select on it, and it should, like, it gives you like a circle icon, kind of flashy, and lets you know, all right, this is the one that like we should be going after.
Right.
They're also all connected to each other in audio, so they can say, you know, whoever the team captain is, since they're designated, that should work out well. Maybe the green team suffered because the captain was fresh out the box, but you fought well. You fought well.
And how about over on PC? If are you going to have voice chat built into the game?
Yep.
Okay.
We haven't talked about Battlelog yet, so it'll be a good kind of segue into it. But Battlelog is our one-stop shop for PC. Actually, you're going to launch the game kind of through the interface on the web on there. For console players, you're fully able to use everything on Battlelog. There's a battle feed in the game itself on the console, but for the like full expansive Battlelog experience, you'll need to go onto your PC, tablet, mobile, etc. to use it. But yes, you can use VoIP through our system on Battlelog. You know, you can set up private matches for fun. You can set up private tournament matches like we're seeing here today. You can do a whole bunch of stuff. Track your persistence. You can actually see campaign, co-op, and multiplayer as well. So it's a one-stop shop. Forums, buy new content. It's great.
And how about all those basics that I want when I play an online shooter? Server browser, ability to sort through ping, dedicated servers.
Of course.
Absolutely. Hey, Homer, I bet you're down there. I'm wondering, we have the red and blue teams together. Are we able to talk to those captains and see what their plan of attack is down there?
Absolutely. We're down here on the courtyard. We are talking to the team captain of Team Blue. What's going on, man?
Good, and we're doing good.
All right, so what's your name? Where are you from?
Chris, I'm from the city. I'm from San Francisco.
Man, there's all sorts of Chris's up in here. Any more Chris's here? Okay. Oh, there you go. We got a bunch of them. All right, so Team Blue, you guys are attacking, right?
Yes, we are.
All right, so what did you see in the previous match that you like that you're going to apply to your team tactic here?
Basically, what we saw is some of the attacking team wasn't playing the game like a Battlefield game. And so we're going in there with that mentality. We're trying to play like a Battlefield game. Team play.
All right, so communication is the key?
Exactly.
All right, so you any predictions?
We're just going to go in there, do our best, and own.
All right, own. You heard it here first, folks. Now we're going to go talk to Team Red. Team Red captain over here. We're going to move her in. No, look at that. Tyler, the man behind the magic camera. All right, here we go. We got Alvin.
Things are getting cold.
Alvin, what's going on, man?
So, you know what we did? We tried our best to see what the attackers are doing, see where they're going past, right? So now we know what's coming, right?
All right.
We checked out the map, we're sticking together, and we're bringing our A game.
All right, cool. So, what do you think? They're gonna take a couple points, or you're gonna give them a couple points, or are you just gonna own them right here?
You know, we may tease them a little bit, then we'll
All right, here we go. I think we're getting started. Jump in. Good luck. My money's on red, folks. My money's on red.
Ooh.
I'm going to put it out here right now. Look at this guy.
I got my game face on. Yeah. Red team is going to win.
All right. Red team, you guys got a lot. You got all the pressure's on you. The attackers here. Just do your thing, baby. Just do your thing. All right. Here we go. Team Red, team versus Blue. Let's get started. Kevin's tossing it back to you guys.
Cool.
Great. So going into the game, we've got Chris and did we learn the name of the other guy?
I don't think we got his name.
I feel so bad. All the
Team Captain Blue.
Team Captain Blue.
Or is he red?
He's red. Blue is Chris, and red is unnamed anonymous dude.
Maybe they'll throw up an icon on the screen or a graphic so we can see which teams they are.
That's a hint. But here we are looking through the eyes of the defenders. So this is Team Red.
They just, wow, there was already an arm and disarm for the red team is playing as defender, the blue is attacker. Oh, looks like
now we got
a little bit of a wily shooter over here.
Do we have an inverted control problem or something here? That's the way I look when I. Yep, there we go. What did I tell you?
There's no problems with inverting, right?
That's the first thing you do.
I play inverted as well, so anyone that's playing inverted, props.
Well, regardless of what it was definitely a control scheme that was opposite of what he was expecting. and I kind of knew that was going on because that's exactly what I looked like when I jump into a shooter with the controls in the opposite way.
You start shooting the floor.
Yeah, and I am not suggesting that I prefer inverted or non-inverted so that nobody attacks me later. What do you mean you don't use inverted controls? Or what do you mean you use inverted controls?
I think I'm in a winning scenario because after actually playing so much with way early software in those things. You know, not all the UI gets in early, or not all the options get in early. So I actually have to play very often in non-inverted, so in standard control. So you learn, but I feel like it takes away. Like I'm not as good as I used to be.
Well, of course, of course. And of course, we're heading down the walkway, inching ever so closely to the station.
Yep, some broken cover over there. Oh, just get them. Here we go, engineer. We were talking about how do you use it. Well, this is how. Oh, a little too far.
Now, one thing we saw getting underneath that satellite structure is actually really helpful because it's a great place to be sniping from.
Well, and the attackers actually did a pretty. They weren't lying. They learned. So they just really moved there instead of running around the outside of those grates that were up there. Those you can't shoot through those because they're like solid steel.
Sure.
They ran on the inside of them, and that actually tends to work to your advantage because there's so much clutter. There's so much stuff in there. So a lot of times you can, sprint through, slide into some cover, and then all of a sudden you're at the MCOM station. Oof. Attackers with a vengeance.
Wow.
I think
that was quick.
I think they got both already.
That was really fast.
Yeah, they definitely took the base. And this poor defender, what he doesn't know is he's actually in a relatively good area if he stays alive because the spawning will start happening behind him. But at the same time, that means the attackers will get to rush through.
Yeah.
So let's see, we're playing. All right, we're as an attacker now. Oh wait, maybe. Oh, they didn't take that second base yet. Oh yeah, they did. Yes, they definitely did. Looks like we're missing some audio from this one.
Yeah, we're missing a little bit of audio.
Pat, 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 pat.
Wow, I have the feeling that this is going to be a relatively quick match.
Find out. They're rushing through pretty good. One of the things that you'll see they're doing here, this is there are 3 really entry points into the second level. So this is the tighter area of the map. But this is a great shortcut he's taking on the right side. It's dark, so again, and you come out up high a little bit. You kind of come into a little bit of a lit trap, I would say.
Sure.
But it gets you really far up there, as you can see. These guys are pushing pretty fast through, going around the side. Nice.
Yeah, the attackers are being super aggressive.
Yes, they are.
As we can see, we've entered this. Oh, hello.
Oh, a little too early. And
Yeah.
for those that are watching, actually, the knife will not take down a guy in one stab from the front anymore. They'll definitely do some damage to him, but taking the dog tags is reserved for a stealthy assassin. So not so much. Ooh, okay, so defenders are perking up here at this MCOM station. I think they've learned a little bit. This guy is facing the wrong way,
we're switching
though.
over to the defenders. I'm noticing a lot of confusion amongst the players, not quite sure what direction to face, not sure what their individual strategy is, some running around.
He's actually looking the wrong way, too. Like, the characters are going to be coming from the opposite side. He keeps turning. Using the mini-map is actually really helpful. You can see which way your teammates are facing and which, there we go. So that's actually a good spot if he wasn't getting shot to go prone at next to, because there is a little bit of rubble that's elevated.
Sure.
So it covers you from the guys coming down the center, gives you a great line of sight down the right side.
Sure. And unfortunately, I don't find that running back and forth between one doorway and another is usually an effective tactic.
Nope, use your teammates. Oh, here we go. Let's see if he, trying to knife it down. Well, it takes more than just one knife to pull down that fence. It does go down.
It's funny, like we're seeing aggression on the parts of both teams, but it's a very different kind of aggression. One, you've got a very controlled aggression of entire squads as one, and then you've got another kind of willy-nilly aggression on the defenders, where they're sort of just running through, but don't seem like they quite have a plan of attack in action.
One of
They're
the things
just
for
sort of running
defenders,
forward.
yeah, I agree. One of the things for defenders to keep in mind is that you start closer to your objectives than the attackers do if they're coming from home base.
Sure.
So take your time, get into a spot. If you get killed, it's only a 5-second run back to a great spot versus a 30-second run if your squad gets wiped out.
And it's interesting that this is coming from the guy who said, they're not playing the game as a Battlefield game.
Yes.
Because I'm watching something, a defending team that doesn't seem like they're playing very Battlefield-like.
That was the attackers.
Oh, was it? Okay.
It was, and
Yeah,
they're playing very Battlefield.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Concentrated fire.
Oh, you're right. I had blue and red mixed up.
Yeah, so I think we're watching blue as attacker. And red as defender. Is that right?
Yes, blue is attackers, red is defenders. I had it backwards because I kept putting red versus blue in my mind as just, you know, attackers versus defenders.
Wrong
red versus
franchise.
blue. Yeah, wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, again, well, he said they learned from their last game, and he ran over the. Actually, that's still a good move. Coming from oh.
Aggression is one thing. Running willy-nilly through choke points is quite another.
That attacker actually had a great idea coming from behind there, which is if you're lucky and you don't get anyone like respawning and running in that area,
sure,
because they start not too far from there, you're in a good spot. So the red team here is defending well in this one. They did lose one crate, but and take him down. Oh no!
Well, that's
slow to the trigger, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So now is the time when every attacker should be running into that area and just firing away. If you see anyone in there, defenders are coming up. Yep, defenders are coming in hot. See, look at that. Now 5 defenders in one spot. Let's see if they get it. Yep. Nice work.
Yeah.
Defenders showing some heart. I would not advise someone 5 standing in that room. That's led with a grenade, then you're looking at like a triple kill, no problem. Looking good.
There's 53 tickets left, I think, if I'm looking at that correctly.
That's good.
My eyes aren't what they used to be. Well.
Okay.
So something happened there.
They were too awesome. They must have been too awesome to the game.
Oh, it was the practice round. Oh.
That was really long. We should cut those practice rounds.
Yeah. Oh, so sorry. Well, there you go. So Kevin, let's pretend the last 5 minutes didn't happen. So what can we, if you're on the red team, nah, that's quite all right. So we're probably gonna need to head back down to Homer, I guess, and say, hey, practice round's over. We're gonna start that for real. You know what? Thank God for Ryan McDonald to clue us in before we really.
I wonder if they like one of the teams was doing like a fake strategy. Like, oh, this is how we're really gonna play. Just kidding. Now we're gonna switch it up and do something completely opposite.
Yeah, we're totally gonna rush through these areas. I'm gonna run back and forth between these 2 doorways now. But just wait till you come back.
I have a feeling that the defenders are sitting there going, okay, how do we fix it up a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. Hey, Homer. Let's check in with you. We're about to start the real match now, as I recall correctly.
All right, yeah, we're down here on the courtyard. We're about to start off red versus blue. Blue being the attackers. That's right. You guys are attackers. Red being the defenders. You know, who knows if they use fake tactics during that practice round? We'll see. I mean, in my opinion, it looks like the attackers had the advantage. Oh, and what do you think, man? During that practice round, what did you see?
Well, to be honest, I went to grab a bite of food. But no, I'm just kidding. I was here.
Just shake your head and agree with me.
I was here for most of it, and I got to say, it looked like the attackers were doing all right. But, I mean, they're still getting a feel for it, so it's really a toss-up at this point.
I treat that practice round like a preseason football game. Doesn't really count. Doesn't tell you nothing. So, we'll see. Flip a coin, man. Attackers, defenders, who's going to take this one?
Ooh, well, I got to go with red because I just like the color more than blue.
The color red a little bit more. All right. We'll go with red. Team red. We're getting started right now. Let's hear it. Team blue, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's get it underway. Red versus blue. Here we go.
All right, so now we've got the real thing going on. I feel like I spent all my energy and I just want to sit back and relax and maybe have a drink or something. But I suppose we should pay attention, see what's going on. Let's see what they've learned about, for example, going on the inside.
Again, look at it. Yeah, we talked about, coming on that inside path. Wait, oh, that's the defender. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Actually, it looks like the defenders learned. Maybe it's time to post up in the middle. And attackers are leading with grenades.
Somebody's got to be the first to die, unfortunately.
That's right. That's a good throw.
Oh. Looking at the attacker side, this is, of course, the blue team led by Chris.
We still don't know the red team captain's name.
Yeah. Homer, let's see if we can rectify that so when we're done, we can find out what the red team's
We can either cheer or jeer properly.
Is. That's right. Got to give props where props are due.
Exactly.
I'm going to call him Mortimer for now, just because that seems appropriate enough. Sure. There you go.
It looks like the first crate is already armed.
So we've again have the attackers being relatively aggressive.
Double kill. Killed each other. Oh, so first crate looks like it's blown already. Second one is under fire. One of the differences, actually, we're talking about Bad Company 2 players versus what we're seeing in Battlefield 3 is that you are no longer able to actually shell the crates to death. So you used to be able to, plant C4 or shoot it with a tank, things like that. What do we got here? Okay. You now have to, oh, there's C4 on there, so it looks like playing. Okay, there it is. Well, first base already taken by the attackers. I would say that's only slightly longer than the first time.
Interesting to see if the defenders can pull out some great teamwork too.
I felt like they played a little bit more solid on that one.
Yeah.
They just unfortunately, 3 minutes to 5 minutes isn't a big difference.
Yep.
Save your ribbon, good boy, taking down guys from afar. That's a good shot right there. Covering the bridge, and this is actually a good tactic for defenders to use. Is that when you first take, or when the attackers take your base, especially this outside one, there's quite a few spots for you to kind of hang out and maybe lay some waste to people. Sure. And he is in actually a prime spot. He's facing the right way. There's cover behind him. He's leaving it now. Gonna come around the side here. Still a good play.
Find another good vantage point. Move up ahead a little bit. See.
Well, and this is also one of the things to help nullify the defender's advantage here is for the attackers to squad spawn. So once you get someone downstairs in the dark areas, not spawning out here is a great idea.
Now, unusual. It doesn't seem to be on the. Oh, hello. It doesn't seem like he was actually part of a squad. When I was looking at his screen, I didn't see the a minute ago.
I thought I saw 4 characters down there, but might not have been.
I could be wrong.
If there is anyone like that, we can make sure Homer Owen can change that up in their screen for them, anyone that's not in a squad. It's very simple to drop in, drop out of squads if you maybe don't like the one you're in. You can invite friends, things like that.
There we go. I have news that the red team leader's name is Alvin.
Yes. So, really close. You're right on.
Yeah. Mortimer, Alvin, very close.
I think they're both French.
All right, we're looking at the blue team. These are the attackers moving forward.
Yep, we got coming down the red side, just like they did last time. Ooh, been promoted. All right.
Great time to have the camera on this particular player.
You can start to see these players. These are all brand new accounts, so the players are actually going to be unlocking things as they go along, getting to try out new equipment along the way. So the game will definitely be progressing and changing as we start to see, shotguns come out, different weapons, new scopes, underslung attachments, etc. I do have to say one of my favorite upgrades that I always love is getting that M1911. It's just a chicken shoot. Oh.
Yeah. Again, it looks like he's trying to go in for the knife kill. Sometimes you just gotta shoot the gun.
I would agree only with you because there are multiple people. If there's only one, I'd say let's go for the embarrassing kill, but multiple people.
The embarrassing kill. That's how we're always gonna call the non-knife kill when it's just you and another dude.
Exactly.
It's the embarrassing kill.
We did actually have a really fun community challenge for Bad Company 2 where we let our community name and make their own achievement. The one that ended up winning was quite fun. It was called the Dentist. And the way that you won that award was if you headshot another player with the repair tool. That was those. And you would see people actually, when the game first came out, you would watch people just running around, hands out on the drill, and just know what they're going for.
See, that's all well and good though to go for the dentist, but you don't want to do that to the detriment of your team. If you're just running around
well, especially in the tournament play, right?
Exactly.
Battlefield has always been a great way to blow off steam, have a good time with your friends, all that different stuff, really. But when you're in a competitive landscape, I would suggest going for the win.
Sure.
Support your team. I mean, you don't want to be that guy.
Absolutely. Now, of course, there is a
kill streak stopped.
Excellent.
Had someone going pretty hard on it.
Now, of course, not everybody's a multiplayer gamer. But the good news is that Battlefield 3 actually comes with a single-player campaign that's a lot different from the single-player campaign of, say, Battlefield Vietnam, Battlefield 2, and those such games where you essentially played on the same maps against the AI.
I'm going to throw you under the bus a little bit. You're definitely right, because there were no single-player campaigns in those.
Well, that's what I mean. Well, in there, what the single player consisted of is you playing against bots.
That's true, yeah.
So,
and it was just like, still in the same kind of environments and maps.
Sure.
So yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about that for a while. I mean, we're excited to have the opportunity, right, to create a brand new kind of look and feel and character set for all these guys. So our main protagonist that you'll play as in the single player is Sergeant Blackburn, and he is of the Marine Corps. He's in a company called Misfit, and we've seen some pieces of single player so far. We saw the Fault Line series, which was our original piece of footage that we played out in a couple different sections.
Sure.
We let people check it out as Sergeant Black, and this is very early in the game. They're kind of on some routine rounds. They're after a missing squad, and they run into some pretty heavy resistance all of a sudden. And then at the very end, there is a massive earthquake, really a country-shattering earthquake. And we see this huge building fall down upon Sergeant Black in the end, leaving us with a little bit of a cliffhanger. And then we've also gone into a few other things here. We showed at E3, we showed Thunder Run. And this puts you actually to the shoes of Captain Miller, and he is the tank commander. And all the characters that you play as outside of Blackburn, they have tangents where you may see just a fraction of Miller's kind of effect on your story as Blackburn. But we wanted to put characters in kind of other scenarios and let them try out, of course, things like jets and tanks and items like that. So we have other characters that you'll be playing as well.
Sure. Now let's say I want to get some practice on these maps, but I'm not quite ready to get in with real players. Will I still be able to jump in with some bots, or is there going to be bot support for the big maps?
No, there's not. So
Okay.
it's all live. It's all live and going. We have dedicated servers for you, so it's obviously everyone's going to be starting new and fresh from the beginning. That's why we definitely encourage you guys to get in. If you actually do get in early, the little pop off here we'll have for the limited edition. We've made sure that limited edition is truly limited, one, but also two, it comes with great content. So we're giving you our first expansion pack for free. It's Back to Karkan. So knowing your Battlefield 2 love, you're probably pretty excited. And it's all the classics, Gulf of Oman, of course, Strike at Karkan, Shrieky Peninsula, all redone in beautiful Frostbite 2.
Now there we've got some interesting shooting tactics there, which is essentially shoot at the escalator. Not one of my favorites.
There isn't actually any mechanic for letting the escalator go, or like shooting the wire that holds it. We didn't feel like we put that in there. There we go. You can see up there on the top of the screen, he just unlocked a new weapon attachment there, and so you're able to go in this version. If you hit square when you're in the death screen, as this character now is, you can change up the different kits. And so as you're going through, when you play as Assault, for example, you'll be unlocking weapons and attachments for that Assault class. Of course, there are a bunch of weapons that are class agnostic, like shotguns and a few others, so you're able to pick out other weapons at certain milestones for those kits.
That breaks my heart every time, by the way, every time I see him lift his
The poor hand?
Yeah. And it looks like the attackers,
I think they have
so
one
close.
armed. So let's see if they follow the strategy that we were recommending, where they actually go and protect that crate now.
Some excellent shooting there.
Yep, headshot bonus. Squad eliminated, that's a cool one. If you wipe out the whole squad at one particular point in time, you get a bonus for that.
Too bad he went down. It's such a waste of a vantage point.
Yeah, I think actually they got that first MCOM station though. I keep saying crate. It's from my Bad Company 1 days, and that was what we originally called them, crates. Oh, there we go. See, let's see if we see this guy put this RPG to use.
Oh, guess not.
You can see that's one of my favorite things when you shoot an RPG in a dark area. That beautiful lighting that goes across the tail of it. Sometimes the greatest part about this game is just the aesthetics. And again, you can kind of see like right how his screen shook a bit with the big shot coming from the RPG and blowing up next to him. That's part of that combat awareness and effectiveness we were talking about. Really feeling like you are connected to this world, and if there is a major thing happening to it, you are going to experience. You're going to feel it.
Well, in Battlefield, earlier Battlefields, one of my my favorite parts were actually like being there when a when a helicopter landed in front of you, and just the sense of hey, this helicopter really is bringing in these guys, and we're out to fight in it together, and the blades and the dust that would kick up was pretty remarkable.
I think that was a great moment. We call them Battlefield moments, and we've actually, for Bad Company 2, put out a series of trailers that really emphasize that for us. So you can see this hole in the building right there, right? This guy just shot an RPG across the map, all the way across. He got an 84-point kill. There we go. He hit someone. He got an 84-point kill assist, which means he did 84% of that damage. And then, wow, this guy is really killing
That's really
it.
nice that it shows you how much of the damage
does.
you actually
Yeah,
did.
rather than just a set number, a lot of there's certain ones you'll get just a point system for, but some of them you do get, if you take someone down like that, you'll get a bigger chunk. Nice, he keeps hitting people, that's great work.
Yeah.
But he then ran behind that hole we saw in the wall, and I saw a sniper shot whiz right in front of him. So someone was shooting through the window, through the hole at him, and they missed, but those are just the kind of things that they're so unscripted and they're so unique to the environment and situation that we love, and that's what makes Battlefield.
It comes up because things are breaking down, holes are going where no hole was before.
And, the Battlefield is alive, and it truly changes across the entire standpoint. God, this guy's killing it. So he's on the defending team. Ooh, nice. That was it. Oh. Well done though, player. Looks like 19. Unlocked a new pistol up there.
Lots of ribbons popping up everywhere. And that's okay, guys.
Someone needs to go out the doorway. Someone needs to go.
Okay, you can't all clog up in the
look
doorway.
At them. So this is actually, attackers are actually following the advice I gave of bum rushing the same spot, but you can't be scared to walk through that door. You may get shot, but you got to do it. Oh, a little too far. Of course, base camping is not a lot of fun, so we give you a warning. Get out of there or we're going to kill you.
Yep.
But they've got a great hold on that section right there, you can see. If they're actually going into that area that he just passed on the left, that's a fantastic area if you can make it in there. That with a support class weapon, put the bipod up, and you can look down that hallway and do some serious damage. Looks like this guy doesn't need that though.
Who needs suppressing fire when you just aim, shoot, and kill?
Agree.
That's what I always say. I always say that. Did you know that?
I did actually. I think you've said that at the end of every sentence.
Yep, pretty much. And we are finally
so we're
seeing a change of scenery.
We are. This is the final area of the entire map. This is the internal area of the square, and you're going to see there's already quite a bit of chaos around this area. So this has been fought through by like your teammates and stuff already. It looks like he's having some trouble jumping.
Blue team doing an excellent job, by the way, of being the attackers here.
It's been a really well fought match.
Yeah.
I think defenders had them not quite against the ropes in that last one, but we'll see how they do here. One of the MCOM stations is kind of in the open, the bottom area. It's next to a big bus.
87 tickets left still.
Of course, using destruction to their advantage.
And trying desperately to leap over that.
You can see they've blown out the windows of that area, so rather than running around the outside, kind of being an open, there's still a window there, so, oh, there we go, he shot it.
Dude.
That's close. Oh, obviously the defenders can also use the same windows to their advantage. Running through the middle, not recommended. As he saw his buddy get lit up. Oh, nice work. Into the prone.
Wow. Almost a good idea trying to get into the bus there.
Oh, there we go. Crate his arm.
Okay, let's just make sure it's clear it's an MCOM. Right?
Yes, MCOM station.
Station, yes. And there we are.
Attackers are there. Good covering. Maybe, so I would agree, that's a good time to maybe run. Wow,
Yeah.
That was lucky. His buddy walked right by. It's about to blow.
And boom.
There it goes. First one down. That's actually the more difficult one.
They made it look easy.
They did. And this is actually the first time either teams have made it to this area, so.
Nice vantage point.
Looks like
Perhaps not the best firearm for that.
Well,
there we go.
A little too close. second story of this building is a lot. Oh, we might see a knife. Oh.
Man, you took out the knife to knife the door, but you took out the gun to shoot the dude? Okay, now I'm kind of back on your side.
You know what I'm saying? Go big or go home.
Yep.
And he has an RPG, and I wonder why he's not using it. This is an attacker, and he's running all the way back to his side. That's okay.
It's,
I'm
it's
sure there's
more
purpose.
about map awareness, I think, in this case.
I'm sure there's purpose. And he needs to reload his RPG if he wants to use it.
I think he's more concerned with figuring out why he went that way.
I don't think he knows.
Yeah. Well, that is one of the things about being on a new map, is you think maybe you're being clever, and instead you're running far, far in the other direction.
I mean, that is why we have a mini-map, and it's oriented for you, right?
Yeah.
So it will rotate around, it will let you know where you're supposed to be. I love that destruction when you see the cover blown up right in front of you. Time to move.
Yep. There you go.
Oh no.
Oh,
just
heartbreaking.
Good positioning, great job, poor execution.
Yeah, just not great shooting, that's all.
Looks like someone's going to be running at practice, if you know what I mean. Defender looking down the long hallway. This is one of the tough areas, too, because it's hard to decide, right? There's so many. You can go all the way around these buildings. You can go through them and try and meet in the middle of the second story. Actually, defenders, too. You know, I see that point up there where he's getting gunfire from.
Yep, I see somebody up on the window.
It's time to toss out a RPG up in that and blow a hole in the wall. I don't know. Squad spawning. That must be our squad leader right there. Nice.
Now would be a good time if you gun down an engineer, take his kit and get that sniper out of there.
This is a great place to go pronat right there. That will help your savior bonus. Ooh, who got it?
Boom.
I think, so it looks like attackers won.
Attackers win.
We have, obviously, we have a very balanced game there. Defenders won the first one, attackers won the second one.
Congratulations, blue team.
Nice work.
That would be Chris's team. I think I got it right this time. I think
so.
We get it right. You're the Battlefield 3 expert.
Oh, I didn't see the names on that one, who actually pulled it off, because the colors were blue and red.
But it's the opposite. It's the opposite. The colors were blue and red, but the blue team was
red.
orange and yeah.
Blue's red, red's blue.
Exactly.
Okay, but of
so,
course.
So congratulations to Chris on the blue team.
Alvin, well fought.
Alvin, well fought. Let's check in with Homer. I want to hear what the team captains think about their performance. With sound.
Hold on, Homer. Not yet.
Well, I guess not yet. We'll head back to Homer. Hey, Homer,
maybe we can pretend like if we know.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
I can hear you now. Let's head back to Homer.
All right, see, you can't keep me muted, people. You can't keep me down. Anyways, I'm with Chris, team captain for Team Blue. You made me put my foot in my mouth because I bet against you guys. You guys basically just ran through that map. I mean, it was pretty quick.
Yeah, it was. We knew that the odds were against us because I don't know. We try not to get too cocky, but we played as a team. We played the game like a Battlefield game, and it worked out.
All right, so I noticed there was quite a while between when you got to the last part of the map and when you actually armed objective number A, the MCOM number A. Did you guys just not know where it was, or was there a lot of defenders in that area, or what happened?
Yeah, at one point we were running in the opposite direction, and we were like, oh, wrong way. But we corrected our issues, and we ran through it. So.
All right, well, you know, the one thing about these tournaments is that you kind of put a target on your back, because as you could tell, I don't know if you could tell, but they were watching you for the most part, because it seemed like you were running through the map pretty well. You got a lot of kills, so people are gonna put a target on your back, man. How do you feel about that?
I don't think I was the best player. I know the other guys just carried the whole team through. I just kept telling them spot, 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 but it was all them, honestly.
All right, Chris, will you guys move on to the winner's bracket against Team White? So let's see if we can catch up with Alvin on Team Red. Thanks for joining us. And oh, he's not there. All right, Alvin. He went to go regroup. Right. They need to regroup, those defenders. Oh, there he goes. Where is he? Alvin, get over here, buddy. Alvin? Nope. All right, doesn't want to talk. What did you think, man?
Oh, it was great. It was an amazing match. It's good to see how far Battlefield's come from the days of 2142 and 1942 and BF2. It's happening.
All right, cool. Owen, anything? Any remarks?
Well, my favorite color lost, but no. Other than that, you're right. I mean, the attackers pretty much ran through. I mean, this is always a longer game mode, but in general, they did really well.
They ran through it pretty quick.
Yeah, Blues are going to be a serious contender.
All right, you heard it here first, folks. Owen, he's going for Team Blue. Who knows what will happen? We got the winners bracket and the losers bracket coming up next. So looks like they're going to jump in without any practice this time, and we're gonna kick it off. So Jody, come on over here. Are we having is it the losers bracket or the winners bracket first?
This is the winners bracket.
Oh, we are in the winners bracket.
Yes.
So Team White, Team Blue. Are they going to swap? Both of them were. Well, actually. Okay.
We're having him reset the server. I believe it's going to be a defender attacking.
All right, cool. So either way, white and blue, they're going to be switching sides. So yeah, we'll get underway. And Kevin's, take it from here.
So I think that means white will be attacking and blue will be defending.
It sounds like we're still waiting. I guess they're tossing. Maybe it's coin flip because I think they both won. So white won as defender. And blue, blue one is attacker. So
yeah, so I think they're just switching places from how they won. So it'll be great to see them changing sides, learn the map from the other side.
Exactly.
And see how that turns out.
I'd say blue maybe has a slight advantage, knowing that they've actually been through the entire map now. They've seen the end, they've seen how it played, but
That's
obviously,
very true.
I'm pretty sure white was obviously watching, unless they all went for a snack at the same time.
That's very true. But also, you know, we've got an issue here too, where they've both seen each other's play styles now. They've both hopefully learned from their time in there. But based on what you've seen, you know, taking out the map knowledge out of equation, based on their performance alone, who do you think might have the edge?
I think actually I'm gonna have to give it to blue right now. I would say white probably learned a lot, but maybe blue is listening to my advice. I'd like to think so, and say that you saw that one point when they showed like 9 guys trying to run through one area.
Yeah.
That part was not so good, but the fact that I liked that 9 of them were basically in one area. It makes it really tough to take guys down, because if one defender sees you and starts shooting, he may get one, but then you're going to get him with one of your other guys, and you can keep respawning. If you keep a good movement going, get an MCOM station armed, try and protect it, and then even if you all get wiped out protecting that one MCOM station, it's very much worth it, because then you've got another X amount of tickets to go for the next one.
Have you seen anything that surprised you so far among the behavior of the teams, among the tactics that you've seen?
It's hard to tell, right? The screens are moving fast, so I'm not entirely sure who's who all the time. But I think, let's see, the defenders are doing a pretty good job. I haven't seen as much posting up with the support weapons as I thought I would see. People using either fallen crates. I think my favorite, most effective, is finding something like waist high. So when you go into the kneeling position, you can get up on an element there. Going prone is sometimes tough because it's so hard to aim up and down when people are at a distance. If you get a little bit more elevation, helps you pick people out. So I would say there's strategically placed areas in those maps. I won't give all of them away for those defenders to find and use.
Sure. Hey Homer, I'm going to head back to you for a second, because I'm wondering if you're there with the team captains and there to talk with them for a second to see what they might have learned from their outings from before.
All right, so right now we're standing by with Marko Djordjevic. It looks like the teams are kind of like what do you call it?
They're strategizing.
Festering.
They're on their corners. They're talking to each other. They're saying, you know, what they've noticed in the first match, what they got to change. It's really cool.
All right, so let's try to get in here. It looks like Chris is. Let's get a little audio commentary here.
Until we find their strength.
I don't know.
Oh, they're covering. Oh yeah, we can't reveal your strategy.
Sorry, it's a secret.
Oh, it's a secret. It's a secret. All right, so they won't let us get in on there because they're trying to win the prize here. Let's see if we can get Team White. Team White, what's going on, man? You guys getting all set?
We're getting ready right now. We're going to be switching it up, so we'll be attacking now. Is that what's up?
So how does that switch your mindset in terms of, I mean, obviously you're going to be on the offense as opposed to the defense, but is that going to change the way you guys communicate, the way you guys view the map? What's up?
Yeah, we're going to communicate a lot more, actually. So we're going to try to attack really hard. We're going to do some deception. That's all I can say.
All right, man. Team Blue, very formidable opponent, but Team White coming with a gusto. Good luck. Hopefully we'll see you advance to the next round. All right, so we'll see if Chris, They're still strategizing. That's okay. It's like a good team leader. You don't reveal your secrets. Marco, come on in here. Do you have any predictions for this next round?
See, I'm not going to do what you did and jinx the team, so I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
All right.
But I think because of the change, it's going to take both teams a little bit of time to get used to what they did the first time. Now they have to do the exact opposite, so it's going to take a while.
But who do you think is going to be the quickest to adjust?
White team, I think.
White.
Yes, because they had the break. They got to watch the blue team play, so now they learned what they saw, and now they can take advantage of that. Exactly what the guy just said earlier. He said, we're going to use deception, and that's what I expect them to do that now.
All right. Well, here we go. We're getting started. Well, actually, we're not. We're loading up. Looks like people are picking their loadouts. Let me ask you this. What do you think is the most effective loadout? Which character class seems to be the most dominating class through the tournament?
I'm noticing RPGs are the most effective, especially on the attacking side, because you want to destroy the environments, you want to get in there as quickly as possible, and you just got to move in fast, and I think that would work. But when you have a team spread out with a good mix of everything, that's where we're winning.
All right. We'll see if Marco's predictions are right on. He's got some good insight.
Well, I've been walking around watching, just being quiet, taking notes down.
All right, I'm going to put this out right here. I think I'm going for white. I'm going for white.
All right, so blue team wins.
I like that? All right, Marco. Jeez. All right, I'm going to get me a what up Frank dog or whatever they're called. Frank, let's be Frank. All right, Kevins, as the match starts to progress, I'm going to kick it back to you guys.
I gotta disagree with both of them. I'm going with blue. One, like Owen, I'm going with my favorite color, except for mine's a winner. We saw them be really dominant. I felt like they feel like a team. Maybe they've played before, maybe not. I think the green team struggled because, as our team captain Chris said, he only knew like 2 of the guys. It's like hard to really get chemistry with those guys.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the beauty of Battlefield is that that if they're increasing their awareness not only of themselves but of the map and of the environment, if they're paying attention, almost anything can happen.
Very true.
And let's see some knife kills hopefully, but only when it's one-on-one. If you're gonna do it, don't charge in there when there's 3 dudes.
Yeah, you can't go right for the face. You got to go around from the back. You'll get a beautiful stabbing animation. Take those tags right off of them. Put them in your pocket and move on with a little bit of bragging rights.
We're learning, get the dudes crossing the bridge, key there. Definitely some spots to go prone where that radar installation is. That's very helpful there. So learning lots just from me watching. Getting more and more anxious to play Battlefield 3.
Definitely.
And just in case for our readers so that they know, you're going to be scooting out of here pretty soon, leaving me high and dry, aren't you?
Unfortunately, I am. I got to fly out for another event.
Yeah, so that means the expert commentary is going to be gone. The Dumbo commentary is going to remain.
We hopefully get Owen might come up and join for a little bit. He's got to
that would be excellent.
Stay down and manage the day logistics, obviously making sure things run smooth like they are so far. But hopefully he'll get a chance to come up and spill some knowledge, we like to say, on you guys.
Yeah. Well, I'm anxious to see what happens. We've got blue and white this time. We've got white team attacking, blue team defending. Homer, let's check in. Are we ready to go yet?
With no mic.
It looks like they're loading out right now. We got some of Team White kind of standing by, waiting for the match to start. If you can look in here, let's get a good look here. Look at the 2 sides kind of warring with each other. This is the pregame. That dude's on the phone over there. Let's see what else going on. There's a lot of plaid on Team White. There's a lot of plaid going on. Team Blue. So, seems to be a little bit of confusion, but these guys are standing by. You're already in there. You're in the map. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. This is fun. I really like DF3, so yeah, I'm having a good time.
All right, man, so what do you think? You guys going to go with the same strategy? You guys are on the other side of the coin, but, you guys seem to play very cohesively. You guys going to do the same thing?
Yeah, I think we do a pretty good job of covering ourselves. So I think what's going to happen is that I'm going to provide the sniper support with some other people, and then the strong forwards are going to go in and try to get the capture points. So I think it's going to be pretty good.
So you're going to lay back, kind of just snipe from a distance?
Yeah, I'm going to cover for everybody else. Yeah.
What was your name?
I'm Patrick.
All right, Patrick, good luck. Let's talk to your buddy right over here. All right, so he's going to camp and snipe. What are you going to do?
I'm sneaking around. I'm all about flanking.
All right.
Yep,
they're not going to catch.
They're not going to get around you.
Oh, no, I get around them. It's the other way around.
All right, man. There we go. All right, looks like your team's trying to strategize, so I'll let you guys get to it. Get in your huddle here. All right, let's talk to Team Blue a little bit. What's going on? You guys are defending now as opposed to attacking. What's going to be your strategy here? What are you going to load out with?
Not really sure.
Some indecision. We got a little indecision, man. You got to make a decision before game time.
Yeah.
Not
yeah,
boding
you're
well
right.
for Team White.
I better think about it.
All right, we'll let you think. Let's talk a little bit more Team Blue. What's your name, man?
Rodney.
All right, Rodney. So you guys are on the other side of the coin. You guys basically walked through that last match, not to diss the other team, but you guys kind of handled them pretty well. Do you think you guys have the same chances this time around?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just going to defend.
You gonna camp or you gonna sneak?
Well, I'm just going to no-scope as much as possible. That's what I want to do.
You know, the Kevins upstairs have been wanting some knife. You gonna throw down some knife action?
I'll do my best, just for the people upstairs.
All right, just for the people upstairs. Here we go. All right, man.
Yeah.
Team White, you guys. Oh. Ooh. 97 tickets. Anybody here on the thing? Can we reset the servers? Looks like we only got 97 tickets as opposed to 100. Just saying. Just saying. But if you guys start here, you guys have a tactical disadvantage. But if you overcome,
Did they start shooting each other?
that's what I'm saying. Overcome.
Overcome. Let's do it. We can do this.
Yeah.
It's 3 lives. It's 3 lives. We've got Ethan.
Hey man, this could end up biting him in the ass, but we'll see.
We got this. We really got this.
What's your name?
Joey.
Joey, I like the confidence, man. I like the confidence. All right, here we go. Are we getting in? All right. Looks like we're still setting up the server. Looks like you guys are ready to go.
Is Blue attacking?
Let's get started. Let's do
They're
this.
defending. I don't even know.
I think Blue is defending.
All right.
I can't see.
Oh, Team Blue's getting in. I see a bunch of Blues in. Uh-oh, I hear also a lot of confusion over here. What's going on? Uh-oh. All right. We got some technical difficulties down here. I'm going to toss it back to the studio. We'll prep the winner's bracket, and we'll come back to me in a second.
There was some bold confidence and also some complete disarray. So I have big confidence in Blue, and then for 2 other players to be like, I'm not really sure what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I'm a little worried.
It's funny because we just saw them kind of roll through the map. Very aggressively, very confidently, and now suddenly you've got a few guys. It's like, I really don't know what my role is going to be, and the other guy's like, well, I'm just going to be kind of shooting from the hip, and no scoping, and it's kind of interesting to see.
I'm really
that.
hoping that's part of. I think it was Blue Team Captain Chris. I hope that's part of his strategy. Just be like, hey guys, if they interview you, quiet.
Yeah, it's just like, well, it's ringers, like, well, hey, I sound like I'm the guy that doesn't know what I'm doing over on the team, but in actuality, I'm gonna fill your ass full of bullets.
He was one of the guys that was like 48 and 25 on the last one, or something like ridiculous like that.
Well, that's the way it goes, The braggarts are always the one that you just kind of keep gunning down, and it's the quiet Joe Schmo who's just taking you down with every shot.
I do have to say, I'll throw a little bit of a taunt out there, as I seem to hear a lot of snipers talk about how they're so good. Or they're just going to get there and, like I was saying, no-scope people. I mean, hopefully that means he's like up there and aggressive, because you can obviously, you're not no-scoping at a long distance.
Sure.
But a lot of times those guys are the ones that are spending a lot of time hiding or getting to a place. And, you're moving around a lot, not always a great idea in Battlefield.
Well, but I think it's important to note, Homer talking to the snipers about, hey, you're going to be camping, that there is a difference between camping and sniping. Just because you're a sniper doesn't mean you're just going to be sitting in one spot trying to take down one dude one after another. I mean, that's not necessarily going to be the right tactic in a game type that has you constantly on the move.
Totally, and I think something for all the watchers out there, people that are watching this online, we started talking about the recon, the sniping class, and 2 of the big things we've done. So obviously, adding prone back into the mix. Everyone out there that holds a sniper rifle is cheering, yay, like low visibility, all this great stuff. But we've done a couple things to make sure that you're not just going to be a one-man sniping, killing team. So we've added a little bit more gun sway. So when you're out there, aiming a long distance, there's going to be a little bit more movement within the gun mechanics itself. You can hold your breath by pulling down on L3 left stick for a little bit, like you're sprinting basically, and that will pull in your breath, give you a much more steady shot. But for those people out there, I don't know if we've seen a couple times on the screen we've seen, but a sniper is running you down and either shooting at you or looking at you, and you're looking in a general direction, you will see a little bit of weapon glint on that scope, so letting you know someone's aiming for the dome. Maybe time to get some cover. So we've made sure that everything's balanced, and as we've seen so far, there's been really well fought matches. There's been no runaways, that's for sure.
That's great. And so the case to take away from that is if you're a sniper, don't expect to have an easy time of things. And if you don't like snipers, don't think that you're just a sitting duck out there.
Exactly.
So Homer, let's check in with you. I don't know if we're ready yet to go, but it seems like that's been a long second that's passed.
All right, so we're back down here. Looks like there's a little bit of swap going on. Team White is actually going to be on the attack again. So let's check in one more time. You guys are attacking now. So same game plan or what?
Same game plan. The only thing that has us a little on edge is that we are starting with 97, as you guys know. They're already positioned right now. These guys have spawned in the game, so they're already positioned. We got guys disconnecting right now. So it's kind of a little disarray, but we're going to see if we can overcome that.
All right, man. You got to just play the way with the circumstances that you're given. You know, that's a true champion, right?
That's right. If you smell what the rock is cooking.
Yeah, you even had the eyebrow. You threw the eyebrow in there. Look at that. Got some rock going. All right, so it looks like you guys are back on the. Oh wait, you guys are switching roles. You guys are defending now too.
Yeah, I'm ready. I think so.
Is that gonna change anything?
Not at all. We're just gonna play the game.
No scoping.
No scoping. 180s, 360s, everything.
There you go. Look at this. All right, so we're getting the match set up. Jody, you got any predictions for us here?
Actually, everybody's been pretty good. I don't have any predictions.
No prediction. You don't want to make a bold statement right now?
If I wanted to go by color code.
All right, what's your color code?
Blue.
Blue. Yeah. Jody's throwing it down. She's saying blue, even though they're defending.
Yes. I've heard that you just need this special gun.
All right. Special gun?
Yes.
All right. What special gun would that be?
This is just rumor.
This is just a rumor. Jody Robinson's starting rumors at the Battlefield 3 early deployment tournament. All right, let's walk down the alley here and see what's going on. We got people trying to get into games right now. You guys are all set up, huh? You guys are all set up, ready to roll? All right. Okay, guys, we're still getting started here, so as soon as this match kicks off, come back to me for some commentary. Till then, we'll kick back to the studio.
So apparently we're back again. So the super gun, Kevin, can you tell us more
Jody,
about that?
Thanks for throwing us under the bus. Everything we just talked about with great team balancing and making sure that the sniper says balance. Yeah, there actually isn't a super gun in there, so be pleased.
Yeah, well, she's a Quake player. What do you expect?
Oh, well, she was talking about Quake earlier. Okay, I'm just wondering, like, what would we have as a super gun? Like, I guess maybe like some laser beam thing or something?
No, I'm pretty sure it's the lightning rifle, right? There's a lightning rifle in Battlefield 3.
Does it shoot lightning?
Absolutely. That's what lightning rifles do.
Sorry, I'm unfamiliar with that at the range. I've stuck to, like, assault rifles and pistols, things like that.
Well, it's you authentic kind of people that are bringing this world down.
It is.
Yeah. So obviously, we've switched places again. Now I gotta ask about the guy. I think his name is Rodney, and then there was the other guy because
was Rodney the no scope guy?
I think is he the no scope guy? I think he's he's like some 180s, some 360s.
I thought he was going to play SSX. I thought he was looking at like our snowboarding game or something. What if he had like gotten on a different server and is playing that all of a sudden? 360s? What do you mean 360?
So I was kind of wondering, do you think this guy's just playing the other team and he's actually going to go in there and roll through them all?
We should find out what player number he is. It's written on the part of his station. We should see exactly maybe what number he is.
So we do have an issue down there apparently. We've got 97 tickets instead of the full 100 going in. Do you think that that's going to be, obviously, one ticket can make or break things, but do you think that that's going to be something that the assaulting team can easily overcome? Are we gonna make sure that the blue, which is now the assaulting team, can really overcome that initial 3-ticket loss at the beginning?
Yeah, I would definitely hope so. It's 3 tickets is pretty small in general. They might be working on it right now to get it reset back so it's exactly 100 again. But we did see some close matches. So I would say every time it can count. Every time, you never know though. I guess we've seen some close ones. Looks like they're
and now behind us we can actually see a little bit of practice, a little bit of running around, seeing what mischief they can get into running into grass
I think
and
that's
jumping around.
actually a fair thing they're doing. It looks like those, I can't, oh, those are the attackers. Okay, so they're kind of bundled up over there in a corner.
Yeah, so it looks like the blue team's there. We're probably just waiting for the match, and so this is our way of
yeah, I think
checking things out.
We got to make sure that everyone's on the right team. Obviously, the game auto-balances itself, so we are tricking around it to non-auto-balance, making sure the right players are on the right teams.
Sure. And obviously a lot of interesting stuff happening today. And then after this, we've got the losers bracket. So we're going to have red and green going up against each other. And then finally, for a final match, I'm going to be here till all hours of the night, as it seems, checking out to see what's going to happen, because we want to see a winner.
Definitely.
There's bragging rights on the line. What else is on the line? I'm sure I can get somebody in here to tell me if there's anything else is going on. But it doesn't matter, because you at home can also be winning your chance to be playing some Battlefield 3 beta as of tomorrow. So keep your eyes open on the screen. We're giving away codes. So keep your watch out for codes, because there will be codes for all 3 platforms, 360, PS3, and PC.
Correct.
Now let's say that let's say that I'm a PC gamer.
Okay.
And we're going to say that because I am. If I want to play Battlefield 3 on the PC, going to be able to, have some, have a decent PC to see this engine in all its glory. How beefy of a rig am I going to want?
I mean, it just depends. It's totally up to you. The PC, the great thing about it is that it's really scalable. So we've released our specs. Off the top of my head, I know it's a dual core for minimum specs. Dual core with, I believe, 2 gigs RAM and like a comparable 8800 card, or 60 or 5500, 5000 series for AMD, something like that. I don't exactly remember the specs up top, but they are online. Go to battlefield.com if you want to get full PC specs. Again, the great thing, the game is scalable. If you're going to go all out and go top of the line for your machine, we definitely think that's great. And the glory of Frostbite 2 is definitely witnessed when you're maxing out specs. We have really top-end rigs with us at work, or when we show the game, things like that. And game looks, plays, just feels beautiful and amazing. So it's on there. A moderate machine, you're obviously still going to have a great time. You're going to get that full immersive kind of physical experience, but depends on what level of fidelity you want to go for.
Sure, and that's great news for PC players, of course, because we sort of consider Battlefield to be our own. Totally. But on the other hand, Bad Company 2 was a very fitting game on all of the platforms that it showed up on. So we're actually really excited, especially because we're seeing on the PS3 today. And if I were looking at this, aside from control prompts and the way players move about, if I were just looking at the engine, I wouldn't necessarily know what platform this was on, because it looks beautiful enough that it could potentially be PC footage.
Totally, and Frostbite 2, like we're talking about, are those like 5 core pillars. That's what makes it so powerful and strong for us. We really just, we're embracing that every platform, we push it to the max to make it the best that we can. Hey,
it looks like Ryan McDonald's here. He thinks a great idea would actually be, while we wait, let's take a look at the trailer that was released today. And yeah, especially because you do have a plane to catch.
I have a flight to catch.
And you're going to be leaving me alone, floundering for myself. Oh, you know what? Marko Djordjevic is going to be joining me.
Nice, and then hopefully we'll get Owen up as well, or if not, we can keep. We're gonna keep going to Owen down in the trenches.
Well, Kevin, thanks for joining me.
Thank you very much.
This has been an absolute pleasure having you here.
It's been great.
Come back soon. I can't wait to play Battlefield 3. I can't wait to see the rest of the tournament, for that matter.
I'm excited. I'm going to throw it out there. I think blue is going to take it, but I'll throw out the wild card. Green, coming back from the big defeat, watching the other teams come through, because now they have 3 matches before they play again. They may learn something, pick it up, take it home.
Well, you know what? I think Ryan has the trailer queued up and ready to go. If that's correct. Sound correct?
Like
okay, that is correct. Let's go ahead and take a look at that trailer. Say goodbye to Kevin. Kevin squared is done. Kevin singular remains. Let's take a look.
Cool. Thanks so much.
If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. I got the rap patrol on the Gap patrol. Foes that want to make sure my cast is closed. Rap critics to say he's money cash holes. I'm from the hood, stupid, what type of facts are those? 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me! But a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Woo!
And there you have it. Marko Djordjevic, you've joined me in the chair in place of Kevin.
Yes.
And but Kevin still remains, but it's not about us, it's about the players downstairs. I have the feeling they're ready to go. Let's check in downstairs and see what's going on.
All right, folks, this is Homer Ibarra here. Looks like the match got underway while we were playing that trailer, but the one thing to note is that Team Blue started only with 96 tickets, so they were already at a 4-ticket disadvantage as the match started, but it looks like we're getting underway here, and the momentum has shifted towards the attackers, so they're making their way through the map. Let's see if we can see some action here. What have you guys been noticing about these matches? Oh, look at that. He came right into the spot here. So what have you actually worked on Battlefield 2 as a mod developer, right? So what do you think of the game, and what do you think of the teams that have been playing?
Blue team is amazing. Chris is awesome. In fact, I think Chris is going to take this whole thing with his amazing team and put the white team to shame.
All right, Jen, maybe you can do a little picture-in-picture with Chris. Focus on his gameplay.
Well, looks like Chris just went down, so he's making me eat my words.
That's right, but it looks like they're moving through the map pretty good, right? They just took Objective A.
Yeah, absolutely. He's on the loading screen, but that's okay. He's going to get back up. He's going to right back in there and fight it out.
Well, actually, you know what? They're defending, so it might not be working to their advantage. They're actually defending, so.
There he is. All right. He's going to do a little parkour. Come on. Do some parkour over the rail. Come on. Okay, he's holding up. He's got there he goes, going to position.
All right. So right now they're down to, the defenders are down to 58 tickets. Whoa, what the heck happened there? It's a party down here. We got Coca-Cola spraying all over the place. What do you guys think so far?
I love the game. It's so good.
What do you think about the teams, though?
Teams? I'm rooting for this team right here.
Team Blue?
Yeah, I think I am. I am rooting for Team Blue today. I don't know why. I just like it.
Just like Blue?
I just like blue.
Well, you're wearing a Stanford shirt, man. That's you're red.
Yeah, but I like blue more.
All right, good. All right, so what do you think, man? You've seen all the teams, you've seen all the talent. What do you think? Who's going to take it?
I think Blue's going to take it.
All the way?
All the way. I didn't wear all this blue for nothing.
Oh, looks like we got some Team White. They just, I think they took out they're moving on. Look at that. All right, let's go back to over here. Let's get a shot of the white action going on over here. These guys, there's a lot of chatter going on here. Let's get a little in-game chat here. Huh? No, just keep playing. Just keep playing.
Fall back!
Tunnels are here, guys.
All right, looks like the attackers are into the tunnels now, into the train yard. Let's see if the defenders have anybody posted up for some sniping action. Doesn't look like it. They're all falling back. The attackers are on the move, though. And let's see. We got some RPG action right there. Look at that. They're moving in. I don't think there's any defenders in sight at this point right now. All I see is a lot of attacking. The attackers have 90 tickets, so they've got quite a bit of life left. But yeah, let's see what's going on over here. A nice hush has come over the audience here, although looks like the attackers are moving through. They're getting bottlenecked though at this little train station right here. Let's see what's going on. Aaron, what's going on, man? Who's your team?
My team's green.
Your team's green. They're sitting.
Yeah, they're sitting. They're waiting.
All right, so let's talk about this match happening right now. It looks like the blue team, or no, I'm sorry, the white team has overcome the 4-ticket deficit. Now they moved on to the second set of MCOMs, right?
They overcame the 4 tickets that they didn't have in the beginning, but they are definitely trying to, push forward. Blue, is down in the tunnels here trying to defend the 2 spots, and, we'll see where it goes from here. It's been a pretty good match so far, so. Yeah.
All right, so this is the winner's bracket, folks. It's a pretty tight match. The defenders are trying to fend off the attackers right now, but it doesn't seem like they're having much luck. Objective A has already been taken. Chris right here, he's trying to defend checkpoint B, but we'll see if he has any success. Let's move on and talk to some Team Green real quick. Team Green has been sitting in the wings. All right, you guys are getting prepared to play in the losers bracket soon. Let's talk about a little bit what's happening in this match and how you guys are going to change your tactics next match to make sure you move on.
We're going to work as a team. We're going to rush. Yeah, we're going to win, but we're going to rush the red team. And that's it.
We're just going to win, man.
But we're just going to really work together as a group, stay like as a miniature army, and just go for the gold.
All right, so you guys are up against Team Red. Did you spot any weaknesses in that team's tactics that you want to exploit? Let's just put it on the table here. Any things to exploit?
I believe in Team Red, there's only one good player on the entire team, so.
Throwing it down like that.
I think Green has a good shot against Red. I don't know if we keep him going.
They did lose pretty fast.
You in the back?
What they said it well, you know? Yeah.
Like a true soldier.
Like, I never trust a white. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
We don't promote racism here at the GameSpot.
I'm right. No, you know what I'm talking about.
All right, Team Green, sitting in the wings, ready.
Hey, what's up, 86 Shadows? Representing.
Represent. All right, so Team Green, waiting in the wings, ready to go. All right, where's Team Red? Where's Team Red at? Team Red left. Come on, let's hear it for Red. Where's Red at? I don't hear no Red. Team Red, where you guys at? Don't fall asleep over there. Team Red. Oh, here's Alvin. All right, Team Red, you're looking at the winners bracket here. You're about to face off against Team Green. What are you guys going to do to change up your tactic to make sure you move on?
Okay, firstly, we had a problem with organization. We had too many guys at one objective point and too few at the other. So these guys, like the blue team, right? They would just run in and just take it out because of like one guy. So now we want to communicate. Have 6 guys over here, 6 guys over there, because we're 12, right? So we want to stick 6-6.
All right. 6-6-6. Oh, that's too many people. All right, what about you? How are you going to change it up?
I think I'll declare my job first before I spawn, so they'll know what I'm doing. I don't think anyone knows what anyone was doing on our team that last round, but we're still.
One more thing, right? We were discussing it over there, and we decided get the bazooka and just blow the hell out of the place.
All right, there you go. Blow the hell out of everything.
Exactly.
All right, there you heard it here first, folks. Team Red, Team Green, waiting in the wings, ready to get started. But let's go back and turn our attention back to this match. It looks like Team Blue is doing a pretty good job of fending off the attackers. They only got 37 tickets left. They're only in the second checkpoint area. So, yeah, Team White. Their backs are against the wall right here. Their backs are against the wall, but we'll see, man. You never know. In a map and in a match like this, momentum can turn on the drop of a dime. You saw in the first match, they were down to 1 ticket, and they pulled it out, but eventually they lost. But the statement is, be it as it may, momentum can shift at any point in time. So let's stay tuned here, see how this match folds out. Marco, Kevin, you got anything to say?
Yeah, it's been a great match to watch so far. I gotta say, I'm a little worried about a couple of the teams in the losers. Well, one of the teams in the losers bracket. You just gotta pump up some enthusiasm, and I don't know that you can just grab a rocket launcher and spray it around and hope that helps you succeed. But if you're trying to throw them off, then that's probably a great tactic to just suggest you're all gonna spawn in as engineers and go to town. It'll be interesting to see that. But if you're gonna, a little comedy.
It might actually work. You never know.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting how this turns out.
Yeah, and so here we are looking at, it's blue and white that we've got right now. We're looking at is it the blue team defending?
Blue team is defending, yes.
There were so many changes there. So blue team is defending, white team is attacking, and we got
guy trying to
some real attempts to revive there.
Live, damn you.
Yes. But a great way, as Kevin explained before, death doesn't necessarily mean, or at least going down doesn't necessarily mean a ticket loss, a total ticket loss.
But in this match right now, with it only being 13 tickets left, it could actually be game over soon.
Yeah.
Unless things change, and it's got to change fast.
Yeah, there are 13 tickets left. Things not necessarily looking so good for the attackers right now.
See, one of the downsides with me now being upstairs is I don't hear about the base areas and hearing what's going on. So it's kind of interesting watching from this angle and seeing how different things are playing out.
Sure. You know, here we're looking at the white team here, who is attacking. 8 tickets left. I don't know that they're going to have a chance to take that last MCOM station before.
In order to progress, yeah.
Exactly. So, and unless they can manage to do it and refill their tickets, I think we are probably going to be looking at a
blue victory,
defensive win.
And another incorrect prediction by Homer.
We can always relish that.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Oh, it looks like it's over.
Blue team, it looks like.
And it is.
Yes, indeed. Congratulations, guys. We didn't even move on to the next leg.
No, they finished it off fairly quickly.
So we're seeing some more great victories there.
Great victories, quick victories. These guys they've learned after only playing the game for maybe about an hour or so. They are really playing well, and they're just dominating in every possible way.
Sure. I'd actually like to see something a little bit more extensive this time, because we've only really seen the final leg of this map one time.
One time, exactly.
So I'd really like to see more. But it's enough about us. Let's head down to Homer. Homer, we're going to check in with you. Let's talk to the winners, see how they're feeling, see if they're excited about their victory.
Hey, folks, here we are again, the dominant blue. What's going on, Chris? You guys, admittedly, you guys started with a 4-ticket advantage. Did that kind of light a fire under your asses? Just say, we got to take advantages, we got to capitalize. I mean, you guys, they went through the first checkpoint, but as soon as they bottlenecked in the train station, you guys just lit them up.
It all came down to communication and something else. I love an underdog story, don't you? A lot of people didn't think blue team was going to do it, but we did, and it feels great. Communication, it's not about the kills, it's about the teamwork, the spotting, and it worked out.
All right, well, Team Blue is going to stay in the winner's bracket. Congratulations, good luck in the next round. I think the next round, it might be the round where, a lot of things are on the line. So are you guys going to keep doing the same thing?
It's worked so far, yeah.
All right. Cool, Chris, good luck. All right, well, here's Owen. You've been watching all these matches so far. Obviously, Team Blue, they kind of know how to work together. They know how to move. They know how to just navigate through the map really quickly and attack these points. What do you think is the secret to their success?
Well, I noticed that during that, as soon as the F-18s come and drop the bombs after the first MCOM station's taken, the attacking team lost a lot of tickets when you try to funnel down into the subways. And there's one main entrance, and then there's a smaller one on the side. And I noticed most of them were funneling down in there, which is easy for the defenders to stay in the dark and pick them off. So I don't think they learned that second entrance soon enough.
All right, so moving on from the winner's bracket to now the loser's bracket, we're going red versus green. These teams had a lot of time to kind of sit and watch. Who do you think at this point is at the advantage, green or red?
That's a tough question. I mean, in the loser's bracket, it seems to be one team will dominate the others, what I've seen in the past. And, I'm going to go with red again because that's my color.
All right, Team Red. Owen said it here. Thanks for joining us again. We'll get this match underway, but red versus green is up next. Looks like, both teams have a little chip on their shoulder. They have a lot to prove. Team Green kind of got, Team Red kind of got blown out against Team Blue. Understandably so, because Blue is really quite dominant. Red, you guys got a lot to prove, but anything can happen in these matches. Let's go see what's up with Team Green. and see you guys are getting started. So you guys are going to be defending, right?
Yeah, we're defending.
All right. So is this different from what you guys were on the attack last time?
Yeah, we were attacking last time. We got kind of messed up in the tunnels. We kept going up escalators, getting pretty killed by their prone snipers. But I don't think red team has a chance.
Oh, all right. Throwing it down. Talking some trash. Jody, what's up?
I think we need to start right now.
Start right now. All right. Team red versus green. Red on the attack, green on the defense. Let's get started.
Marco, it looks like they're actually running through now.
This was a nice quick transition. We were back in the match right away. No dilly-dallying. Let's get to more action. That's what
we should absolutely be taking a look at that. Nobody wants to see, I mean, as beautiful as your face is.
Thank you.
I mean, I'll look at it all day long, but I think what the users want to see is they want to see what's going on here. And here we see Team Red defending.
Early on, they're both trying to get to this one point. It's like a school ground, playground area. There's some ComSat stations, but they really do need to use the open space as much as possible because there is so much of it available.
Yeah, and
unlike the later stages where it gets much more narrow and you've got to, be careful with your placements and your movements.
Absolutely. And Alvin's team has a lot to prove here.
Yes.
They really, got rolled over by Blue. Although again, we've seen that Blue is probably the team to beat at this point. But there's a lot to prove for the red team, and I'm kind of rooting for them. Again, the underdog story. Chris is talking about the underdog and the blue team. I don't know that a 4-ticket deficit is really going to be a big problem for a talented team.
Exactly.
Now it's interesting too because of course they took the first MCOM station fairly early on, and so as a result that disadvantage was null and void anyway.
Exactly, because when you're respawning, you're respawning at such a disadvantage or an advantage depending on which team you're on that it can really affect the way you move because you have to now re-strategize where you're going, how you're going.
But then, of course, when you move on to the next point in the map, that resets, and then you start with a fresh set of tickets again.
Exactly.
So they overcame the deficit really well. I don't think that anybody really believes they're the underdogs here, but as it is, we're looking at the these are the defenders. So these are this is the red team. Or no, I'm sorry, this is the green team. Pardon. Yeah. I'm just not good with colors, Marco.
It's getting a little confusing now because everyone's switching up. Everyone's getting the opportunity to play on both sides, so it's going to be a little interesting. Because there is a definite strategy. You have to play the game differently depending on if you're an attacker or a defender. So now these guys, because neither of these two teams had played the opposite position, the opposite stance, now they've got to really see how it is, what they've got to do, and hopefully they're learning from this.
And it looks like we're down to 78 tickets here.
And that was pretty fast. It
was pretty fast.
They're dropping.
So defenders doing a pretty good job. Green team fending off the red team. We still haven't even gotten into the subway. And I don't even think that we've destroyed a station yet.
Not that I can tell. Yeah, they're both still available because you got it on the display.
Yep. So we've still got. With any luck for the green team anyway, they might, we might actually see the first match that doesn't even continue on to the
into the subways.
Leg.
Yeah.
So, which honestly, from my perspective, is great because for me, Battlefield is all about the open maps.
Yes.
So I like to see an area like this that's outdoors. It's great too because when Kevin was here, he was talking about snipers and balancing and possible advantages and disadvantages. And I think one thing that we see here that's great. Yes, of course, there's places for snipers to go prone, but there's also a lot of stuff to break up your line of sight, and there's also a lot of ways to change those things that break up your line of sight into an avenue for your bullet.
Yeah.
So a lot can change, and especially in a game type like this, where there are, where you do have to descend upon particular points in order to attack or to defend. So, not really. I don't see a real camping-heavy game when I look at Battlefield 3.
I agree. At least in this area where it is much open. I remembered early on this evening, the first practice match that we didn't even really broadcast. The team that won, it was Team White. They won the practice match. It didn't count for anything, but they took advantage of the closed quarters, and they really dominated that match. And you get a little bit of both of that in this game. You've got the outside openness, anything can happen, and then when you're inside, there's only one entrance, but there actually is more than one entrance. Just that these kids are so they're not used to the game yet, so they're not learning the tricks yet. And I think that's why now, as we're moving on, they're learning the secrets, they're learning where else they can go, and really opening it up.
And we do see the green team here. They're defending the position. They're doing an excellent job of being close together, but not populating the same immediate area so that they're not prone to a grenade throw.
Exactly.
And they're defending all sides. So the red team is going to have a really hard time descending upon this place if they're not organized. And I don't think that their potential tactic of coming in with a bunch of rocket launchers is necessarily going to be the way they're playing.
Well, in this outdoor environment, you're in a playground. You can't really use an RPG. That's later on when you've got the buildings and you need to get into the building through any means necessary. Then you want to use the RPG. But in this situation, you've got to try to get the enemy, your opposition, out so that you can get into there, but they're not doing that at all.
And now here's the red team here. And I hate to brag on the red team though, but whenever we move over and we see that, I think that there's just an issue with shooting.
It's not just the shooting. It is, again, this is a game about communication. You're a team, you have to work together. And I think downstairs, while I was down there, Team Red was just not talking to one another. They're too quiet. It's either they're shy, they're nervous. They're not taking advantage of they've got the microphones there, they've got headsets, they can communicate. And in this kind of game where you need to have a good balance of players with different, loadouts, they're just not getting that. And it's just, it's embarrassing, right now. We're still in the first phase of this map, and they're slowly dwindling away. Yes, they're still alive. They've got, they're in the 30s in the tickets, but it's just, it looks like it's going to be game over before it even really got anywhere.
Some good sniping, at least here, from a red player. He's definitely got his eyes out. He didn't notice the player, but he did see the muzzle flash. Definitely somebody who's paying attention, got some environmental awareness. Let's hope that they can use that kind of raw talent and put it together for some more teamwork. He seems to be paying attention. He knows where the fire's coming from. This is at least the proper kind of awareness you need on the battlefield. You just need to put that to good use.
Exactly.
And in a team-based game like this, even if you're not the best player, there's always room for you as long as you're part of things. As Kevin explained too, suppressive fire is a legitimate tactic. If you don't think that you're very good, there's actually room for somebody that sprays and prays. And there's actually reward for that. I don't think that that's, but I don't think that you're rewarding poor play when you do that. He's actually pointing out a legitimate tactic. If you want to lay suppressive fire, there's a way to do that. And I haven't seen anybody use the bipod since I've been looking today, and that might be worthwhile for somebody.
It might be just unfamiliarity right now with the game. It is a lot of these guys, it's their first time really playing this game. They don't get the comfort of, being at an event and trying this game beforehand. So they're still not used to everything. And that's why the first couple of games were a little bit confusing. It seemed confusing. That's why we gave everyone the opportunity to practice beforehand, because we knew people going in would not be that familiar with it. Especially now they're playing on PS3s. Maybe they've never played an FPS on a PS3, so again, they're learning. But a lot of these guys, like the blue team, they adjusted right away and they just are dominating. And I guess maybe red team are just not used to the control system. They're not used to the abilities and the weaponries that Battlefield 3 has to offer. It shows.
Well, we are looking at the green team here. The assaulting team is in trouble. There are 12 tickets left, and there is still an MCOM station to take.
Yeah.
I think that we may be seeing, now I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think it's very possible we might see our first match today that ends without even moving into the subways.
It's looking that way as we're dropping now to 10 tickets
left. And, good job to the green team here. They seem to be really, have a great awareness of not only the battlefield, but of where each other is within that battlefield, and understanding how to protect the station from all sides without getting bunched up.
See, what I'm really interested now in hearing is how are the next up. They're about to play white team again. What are both those teams going to play differently in the next match, if that is the next match? I don't want to get too much ahead of myself, but if those two teams are playing against each other next, which very much looks like it as we're down to 3 tickets left, it could very well be an interesting little rubber match. Am I right or am I wrong on that?
I think you are right, although I think that the winner from round 4 competes with the winner of round 3.
Well, the thing is, blue team has yet to lose a match, and there we go, game over.
And congratulations to the green team, the defending team. Great job out there. We saw them essentially. We didn't even move into the subways.
Nope.
That's great job for them. I'm sure that the red team isn't necessarily happy with their performance. Homer, let's check in with you. I don't know if you're there with Alvin or with somebody from the red team, but if you can, let's check in with the winners first, see how excited they are, and then check in with the losing team to see how they're feeling about things.
All right, here we are with Team Green handily. Look at that, 9 minutes 34 seconds for the match. I would say that's a record.
Probably is. I knew Red had no chance, but we had much better communication than we had before. We really nailed down A, B. Whenever we saw them rushing, we had them down. It was pretty good. It was all these guys. It was all my team. If it wasn't for the good communication, we would have been screwed.
All right, Team Green kind of going through a different channel to the championship round. Hopefully, we'll see. You guys still got one more round to play. Team Green moving on. Congratulations. All right, well, let's get these stations turned over to Alvin. All right, man. That's the second loss, man. That means in a double elimination tournament, your second loss means you're done, man. Anything to say?
It's all in the team. It's all in the team. If you don't work as a team, you don't go nowhere.
Exactly.
So if we're not coordinated, there's nothing we can do.
All right. There is no I in team, right?
Right.
But there is me in team.
You do your best and hope for the rest.
All right, Alvin. Thanks for participating, man. Good luck. I'm sure after the tournament's over, we'll probably have a little bit more time to play, but stick around, watch the matches. Thanks for joining us. All right, so folks, we're gonna get this station turned over, and I think we got Team White coming in against who we got? Against Team Green? All right, you guys are staying. We're gonna flip-flop, attackers, defenders. Wait, you guys are on the attack now, right? Oh, you guys are defending. White's defending, and Green's attacking. We'll get it all worked out, and we'll get situated very soon. Let's hear. I want to get that. What did you say?
It doesn't matter who's defending or attacking or winning.
All right, I like that. I like the trash talk going around here in Battlefield 3 Alley. All right, we're going to toss it back up to the studio as they get all set. Marco, Kevin.
Hey, thanks, Homer. A reminder for all of you out in the audience, because I know we've been throwing up those Battlefield 3 beta keys.
Yes, we have.
Just as a reminder that they don't actually activate till tomorrow. So start trying around noon, and thereafter noon Pacific time, around 3 Eastern time. And they should be activating around that time. So don't panic if you're using one of those keys and it's not working. And also remember that if you took down that one key, somebody else might also. So if you're not there ready to take that key tomorrow, somebody might nab that. So it's a whole free-for-all of keys, but at least we've got all the platforms represented, Marco, PC, Xbox 360, and PS3.
I'm a little worried that there's going to be a lot of people calling in sick to work tomorrow or to school so they can get these codes started up.
My tummy's not feeling so great.
Yeah, but you work at a desk that has a 360 PC. You've got it all right there. You could just type it in at your desk.
Do you think I could get away with just playing whatever game I want? Or how long would it take for my boss, Justin Calvert, to notice that I'm sitting at my desk playing any game I wanted except the game I'm supposed to be playing?
It's true. He's right outside your door. He's right behind you. You can't even hide from him.
All he has to do is peek out. He knows every time. See, I have this bad habit. Now, not to take this tournament about me for a minute, but I have this bad habit of saying whatever I'm thinking out loud. Okay, it's a fault and a curse, and it's also what makes me so incredibly charming to all of you. But unfortunately, I think Justin knows all too well what's going on my desk all the time. So I can't get away with any Battlefield 3 tomorrow unless I can, make up some kind of feature I'm working on.
Nice.
We'll work on that.
Yeah, exactly. There is a way. There's always a way.
But enough about us. We're going back into the next leg. So the winner of round 4 takes on the loser of round 3. We've got the green team assaulting the white team in this case. Anxious to see this. If you were to bet money, now this is going to be a little bit tougher because these teams seem to be pretty even matched, as far as I can tell. What are your thoughts?
I agree. They both played each other in the first match. These guys were they were the first ones to get their hands on the game. So it's going to be interesting to see now what they've changed from that first game. In the first round, White was very much more communicative. They talked to each other. They were very vocal. You heard a lot of yelling, screaming, shouting, of good language, bad language, whatever the case may be. They were talking to each other. The green team wasn't doing that. As you heard from the guys after this match, the green team started talking to each other more. They started, being much more vocal. And I think now that they've adapted to each other, they've gotten used to each other, they know how each other plays, it's going to work in their favor. And I think green could come out as a surprise here.
Yeah, I'd love to see green. I think they did an excellent job of really understanding the battlefield and of exploiting the red team's weakness. The question is, we've got, and if they go through, we've then got a really tough blue team, who's already established themselves as very aggressive, of really working together, of staying together, but not, not bunching up and not making yourself vulnerable to a grenade or a rocket launcher. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how this goes. I've got my money probably on the green team.
Are we talking green in general, or just in this match?
Not green in general. For this match,
okay.
My money's on the green team because I'd love to see a blue-green, finale.
I agree.
And in a double elimination, that could mean more than one match.
Exactly.
So, Homer, let's check in with you. Is everybody ready to go for the match? What are we seeing out there?
At the courtyard, and I guess there was a little bit of controversy because we actually did a coin toss, right, to see who was attacking and defending. What actually happened?
We have had these teams play exactly defending and attacking, so what we did is a coin toss, and this is what they won. They got to play.
But it seems like one of the teams kind of had a little bit of an uproar because
they just played a match that was that, so they were like, oh, we're just going to...
That was what, defending?
Yeah, so they wanted to... Basically, they had already played attack, and they wanted to defend. Right. That was their excuse, but if they've already played them, they
should be tactically to their advantage. All right, let's talk to the lone woman here. You've been blasting away. What do you think your chances are against Team White? Rematch.
I think we have a pretty good chance. We've been practicing, and we know what we're doing now. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're back on the defense.
Yeah, I feel good. I think
is that what you prefer?
Yeah, I think I like the defense. It's good. Yeah.
What's your name again?
Stephanie.
Stephanie, good luck. As the lone female battle combatant out here, let's see how she does. All right, so Team Green, we're getting underway pretty soon here. All right, attackers. Now, a little bit of controversy. Doesn't matter what side of the coin you're playing?
No, not to me. It doesn't matter what side of the coin. Whatever happens, happens. Whoever has the best communication, the best coordination, just wins.
All right. Here we go. Chance to redeem. Each team has one loss against them, so this is it. I'm expecting the top game. Whoa. What's going on? Eric, what the hell's going on, buddy? Oh, man down. All right. We just got to fix that man down real quick. Let's chat a little bit more with the team captain. This seems to be your lucky kiosk right here, huh?
Yeah, this is my my love machine right here.
27.
Yes, 27. Ends with a 7, baby. Lucky 7.
All right, cool. Any change in tactics, man? You going to change classes at all? What are you going to do?
I may change the support. If we're attacking, probably a good idea to be assault so we can revive our teammates.
There it is. Let's get a little fodder over here. We saw some folks peeking in here. All right, so looks like you're coming out with assault, huh?
Yeah. Last round I used a sniper, and I felt that wasn't really useful against blue because they're so good a team. So I'm going to choose the assault this time and hopefully get some practice in before we face blue. Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're getting people into the game here, and we're oh, look at this guy. Check. He wanted me to get it. Look at that plank. Just get a quick plank. All right, there we go. We got you in, buddy. No more planking. Battlefield 3. All right. Okay. Teams are still loading in, so the match has not started yet. So let's see what else is going on over here. We got the teams loading in. Let's hear from the audience here. What do you think, man? White or green?
Green.
Green?
Green all the way. Yeah. Green's going to take it.
What makes you say that?
I got two of my best friends on the team.
There you go. Little biased, but that's all right.
It's okay. That's all that matters. You got green's going to win.
All right, let's hear it. Who else? White. We hear white. I got Alvin. I got Alvin saying white over here. Alvin, what's going on, man?
Dude, have you seen the way white play?
I've seen.
I may be the team captain of red, but white hands down.
All right, let's get you over here, man. Come on. We're waiting to load in. What do you think, man? I'm obviously Team Green, but why? Why do you think this is going to be a different story?
I don't think they know how to, stay back and strategize. They're just going to rush us, and we're just going to wreck them.
All right. There it is. Any
Just what he said. That's our strategy. We're just gonna stay back, just pick them off, and just use teamwork.
Use teamwork. You heard it here. Teamwork is the key. Teamwork is the key. All right, so we're loading in. Not quite the quick turnover as the last match, but you know, this is it. Whoever loses this match is gone. Whoever wins moves on to the championship bracket. So as soon as we get started here, check in with me, but let's go back to the studio.
So Marco, very exciting, some
Yes.
interesting. You know, I'm gonna guess that the tactic that is proper to use is teamwork.
Yes.
I'm thinking that's key, right? Teamwork. But of course, that's such a generic way of saying it. You know, what does teamwork mean to you in a case like Battlefield 3? Besides just saying, oh, we got to communicate. What is something specific that you're going to be doing in Battlefield 3 to make sure that you're advancing properly?
I think for myself, as a pretty poor FPS player, it's learning what I can do well and what I can't do. If I'm not a good, engineer, and if I'm not going to be good with an RPG, I'm not going to use that loadout. I'm going to go with something that I'm good at. If I notice that my team is lacking in medics, I'm going to go, be a medic and support my guys that way. And I think that's what these guys need to do. Is that, like the guy earlier on was saying, he's like, I wasn't playing well with a sniper rifle, so I'm going to switch up to something else. So now that they've played a lot of these matches, they're realizing, okay, I'm good with this, I'm not good with that, I'm really good with this one, so I'm going to stick with that. But the thing at the same time is, though, you do still need to communicate, because you don't want everyone to be like, oh, I'm really good with this particular weapon, because when it comes down to it, if everyone's got that weapon, you're going to get, screwed over later on.
Sure, and of course you've got an assaulting team that's saying, hey, you know what, we need to make sure that we're retaining as many tickets as possible, get a medic out there. But then, of course, when you're a medic, that means you're going to have a target on your back.
Exactly.
Because everybody's going to be going after you, because they know that you are particular. You may not be as best with a gun as everybody else, but you're particularly dangerous out there because you keep your team alive and you keep the tickets from whittling down.
At the same time, though, I'm a little nervous. One of the guys was mentioning how they wanted to, stay back and absorb the attack. I'm worried that in that situation, the attacking team could just throw a grenade, throw an RPG, and take out a lot of guys with one swipe. And if that's the case, unless they're playing mind games because they know everyone's hearing them on the set there, if that is the case where they're actually going to be grouped together, that could also spell doom for them.
It could, but it's interesting, at least in the first leg of this map. We saw the green team do a really excellent job of protecting those stations, of staying together without making themselves vulnerable as a group. And if they can do that as defenders, then possibly as attackers, they'll be able to use what they know from the other side to their advantage and really make that work. Because they saw what the red team did, and they saw how that didn't work, which was just willy-nilly rushing into the middle and hoping for the best.
Exactly.
So I think we see some proper flanking, if we see some proper sniping, and maybe an engineer out there wouldn't be such a bad idea.
Hey, if it works, if they have a strategy and they feel confident with that, that's the most important thing. Is you got to go in there with confidence, just like in any situation. You got to be able to know what you're doing, not go in there blindly and just start firing and hope that you'll kill someone, because it's not going to work.
Sure. I mean, sometimes you want to tread slowly, but that doesn't mean you're not aggressive. You don't want to just retain status quo.
Yeah.
You don't want to just keep, have things static. You really want to keep things moving, even if it means you're being careful. Homer, let's check in with you. Do we have anything going on out there? There we go. Oh, look, it's not Homer.
Me. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Frank. We love you.
Oh, what's up, Frank? That's my stand-in, my Homer stand-in. He looks a lot like me, so, I figured maybe he could pass. But anyways, looks like we're getting started. Eric, come on over here, man. What's going on?
Nothing. We're just trying to sync them all up so they can get ready to go. It's like 5 seconds away.
All right, 5 seconds away, baby. You heard it here first, folks. Eric. All right, we're getting the old thumbs up. Put the camera on the guy. Look at him. Look at him. Time. No. We're all right. We got a bunch of people like running around on the map, because what happens is if you're not active, you stand still. You got to move around, dude. You got to move around. If you're too idle. Oh, we're all good. All right, we're getting started. Here we go. Green versus white. Here we go. 99 tickets. A lot of confusion going on here. You can hear. The madness of Battlefield 3. Only here on the courtyard at GameSpot can you see.
On!
See that intensity? You don't get much Jody Robinson intensity unless you're playing Battlefield 3, early deployment, beta tournament, GameSpot.com. All right, here we go. We're underway. Team White on the attack. Team Green defending. 99 tickets left. A lot of tactic going on here. A lot of tactic. Let's see how they approach this. Looks like they're trying to flank the A and B checkpoint here. Although, oh, look at that. There's going to be a lot of CQC coming up very soon. Look at that. Look at that. He's got some dog tags. What's that all about? Shanking? Shanking achievement? Oh, look at that. Blasted. Blasted right between the eyeballs. That's all right. That's why you got 90 tickets left. That's why you got 90 tickets left. Let's cruise on over here, see what's going on with Team White. Looks like they're making their way towards A. Look at that. Oh, taken out. It doesn't seem like... It seems pretty balanced at this point. Oh, it looks like A is armed, though. A is armed. Oh. Can't hold it down. B. All right. All right, we still got 83 tickets. Both checkpoints are still alive and kicking. One was armed. A was armed for a second, but it looks like the defense was able to disarm. It looks like they're playing good perimeter defense to me. They're kind of picking off. They're picking off all the players that are approaching the checkpoints, keeping everything at arm's length here. Yeah, they got a nice little perimeter going here. Team White is having a little bit of difficulty penetrating that perimeter, but it looks like they're going high on the rocks. Oh. This is a heated battle. I don't really hear any chatter going on here. It seems like both teams are playing pretty cohesive. Yeah, they're playing pretty cohesively here. 73 tickets left. No checkpoints destroyed yet. I would give the slight edge to Green on the defense. They've already got them down to 69 tickets. So... now the chatter's starting. Seems like both teams have a pretty solid strategy on how to approach these checkpoints, but I give Green the slight advantage. Let's go on over here on this side. All right. Team Green is doing a really good job of keeping those checkpoints covered. So, I don't know. I think Green's defense is just really stout right now. They're not giving an inch in terms. I haven't even seen one White since A was armed earlier approach any of these MCOMs. So. You know what? At this point, I'm going to make a bold statement and say it's going to Green. We got 51 tickets left, 49 tickets left, and we still haven't moved past the first checkpoint. So it's looking a little dire for White. But you know, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So they got it locked down, though. They got it locked down pretty solid. Let's check in with some of our community folks here. Jody Robinson, I don't know if you've been paying attention to this match, but Team Green looks to be the dominant team right now.
Green and blue?
Makes what color?
A tealish.
Like an aqua?
Yeah.
Aqua? All right. That's cool.
Okay.
So just so people have a clear understanding what happens next. So the winner from this bracket goes on to play the blue team.
Yes.
All right. Who currently, right now, the blue team is undefeated.
Undefeated all the way.
Wow. All right. so let's check back in. 42 tickets left, man. The Rooskies seem to be defending pretty damn well, in my opinion. 40 tickets. All right. We still haven't moved on. Team White, you still sticking by your Team White?
Team Green, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Team Green.
That's right, that's right. You said it right the first time.
I called it, and they're going to win.
All right, here we go. 38 tickets. Man, I'm kind of disappointed. The light went out. It's all good. We power through it. We power through it even if we don't have any light. That's okay. All right, man. Team White, you know, I hate to say it. It might be the end of the road for you guys. Owen, what do you think so far, man? What do you think of this match?
Well, it looks like the defenders here are obviously doing a really good job, and I've noticed that they're hanging back and you know, really hiding in the rocks. They're taking a knee or going prone, which definitely helps the accuracy, and just using that to pick them off at range. So in this situation, if you're an attacker, I know instinctively you just want to get up there and you want to arm because you're already down, you know. So instinctively you just want to rush to try and advance, but you gotta just from the spawn point move around the perimeter, you know, and take them out from behind. You'd have to send a squad to do that. So then, you know, those that die can spawn on their leader.
All right, yeah, it looks like Green has got it pretty locked down solid as to what their defensive position is going to be. It looks like they lock down a perimeter. Anybody who goes right into the middle is just gone instantly. I mean, White hasn't been able to arm any of those MCOMs since the first arming of it, and now it's like they can't penetrate the defense.
Yeah, once you get in a situation like this and lose your momentum, and they've got, you know, great spots for defense, unless you take the extra time to send hit squads around the side and take off, you know, those who are nested in and comfortable, it's just going to go downhill really quickly.
Well, you know, I don't want to throw out any silly predictions, but the momentum for Team Green is so overwhelming right now. I think it's fair to say that they might move on to the championship bracket, right?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that.
I mean, they got 16 tickets left. Now, this actually proves to be an interesting matchup now, because we got Team Blue who kind of basically just ran through everybody, right? Extremely powerful offensive attack. Now we got Team Green who kind of put a lot of things together, and they seem to be putting it together in a way that might shut down the blue team. So what do you think?
Well, it looks like you're going to have a powerful offense against a powerful defense. So hopefully, you know, it'll be an awesome climax when they battle.
All right. Well, let's hope for a great championship match coming up. But again, like I said, we spoke too soon. Looks like Checkpoint A is armed. Oh, looks like both of them are armed. They got 9 tickets left, though. Both checkpoints are armed. Uh-oh. Here we might move on. All right, let's tune in. Let's just cut the chatter. Let's go back to gameplay, see what happens. We got 7 tickets left. 1 checkpoint is gone. Let's go ahead and put some audio into the boiler room here and see what it sounds like. All right, here we go. Let's talk to the winners right here. Let's get them right in the heat of battle. Let's get these guys in here. Come on. Let's go. Team Green. What was the magic? It seems like you guys had a great defensive perimeter set up. They armed A once in the match, and then it wasn't even touched for almost a majority of the match until they had less than 10 tickets left, and then they kind of went on a big rush. But what was the secret to the defense?
I think if you lose, you get angry and you get hungry and you don't want to give it to them. They were a little too hyper. We gave them some Ritalin, and it worked out. That's what happens. Yeah.
It was a matter of communication. We just kept A and B down. We have all of our positions named now. Our team coordinates really well. We do well on D, and we took it from them. That was the rematch of the century. Yeah. And Green prevailed.
See, at this point, everyone got familiar with their classes. I was laid down some heavy support with the sniper. I know there's a couple others with the snipers, and they all got in the good positions for the defending, so we took the win on that one.
All right, well, you guys don't have much time to recover because you guys are moving on to the championship bracket. And Team Green and Blue Here we go. A match for the ages. Let's see if I can catch up with some white right now. There's no white around. No white around. They went and hit the showers. That's it. They're done. I would be bitter too. I'd walk off the field just pissed right now. All right, here we go. Team Blue. Team Blue coming in. Look at this. All right, here we go. Let's before you even get your hands on the controller, we had a high-powered defense in this last match, pretty much locking down a perimeter around A and B. How are you guys going to penetrate that? I know you guys have a very highfalutin offense, but what do you think?
Well, it turns out we're defending, so we're just gonna play the game. We're concerned that we don't want to underestimate our opponents, but we're gonna do our best, communicate, and give it a shot.
All right, same tactic. Team Blue, let's see it. This is it, the championship round. Let's get these consoles turned over so we can get this thing kicked off. We're playing for what? What are we playing for?
The championship?
The championship, that's right.
If Blue wins, then it's over. Green, they'd have to. If they win, they'd have to win again. Yeah.
You see that? Green's got to win twice. Got to win twice. All right, so Team Blue, Team Green. We're expecting some fireworks. What do you think? Do you think Blue's going to be able to move through it?
Yep. Yeah, I do, because Blue, well, other than just showing that they've been the dominant team tonight, they also are starting on defense. And, you know, these guys were the powerhouse defense last round, but now they're going to switch to be attackers. I don't know if they've got it in them for that.
And there's a high turnover, so we're getting the thumbs up from Marco. We're ready to start, boys. So let's get underway. Team Green versus Team Blue for the championship. Let's roll. All right, we're in the match now.
Oh, look, it's us.
It's us.
We still exist. What's really funny is that we actually had it wrong the last time. We were thinking, because the whole coin toss thing, I think, even had us confused.
Yes, it
because
did.
when we went in thinking that Green was attacking and that White was defending. So obviously we were wrong, and that's actually really interesting now, because of course now Green finds themselves on the opposite side after two matches of defending. So it should be really interesting to see what they learned from the mistakes of both the red team and the white team.
Yes.
So, but we're seeing things from the eyes of the attackers. This is the green team here, and already it looks like they've already got a charge placed.
Fast moving, that's smart.
That was really fast moving. They got there before Blue could even get in. And
whoever we're watching right now, he's doing a really good job. He's prone.
He's prone, using his sidearm. No need to waste ammo that you might need. Oh.
Another kill there. That's
Absolutely.
3 in a row.
Fantastic
Nice.
defending.
And they just took down that section.
Or attacking, I should say. Good job, green team. Yeah, it is possible that we could see. It would be really interesting to see an upset here.
Well, is it really now much of an upset though? Because
that's true.
Green are now. I think this is the third game in a row. You know, they're on a hot streak. They're taking out their opposition. So this could be, you know, being able to play as many games as they have, especially now 2 in a row. This is their 3rd game in a row. It's helping them because they're familiar with the controls. They're just sitting down. They're having a good time. They're relaxed because even though they're behind, there's no real pressure on them because they're, you know, getting this far when no one really gave them much of a chance after the first match has got to be, you know, a positive outlook right now.
You know what absolutely. I absolutely think that you know, one of the green team members said it right. Once you lose, you get pissed. You know, and you don't want to give that up again. You don't want to get that feeling again. So I think Team Blue is at the disadvantage to a slight degree because they're coming in real confident. But I don't know if they know what they're up against, but we'll see.
Now, Homer, since you're down there, who's talking more? Is it the blue team or the green team?
I get a sense that Blue is doing a lot more communicating. Although Green just picked it up right now. There's a lot of a chatter going on between the green team, but they've got their charge set on target B, so it looks like they're moving through this first area pretty quickly.
And I think
Team
they just
Blue
did.
Seems to be a little shocked almost. They're kind of disjointed right now, as I can see. A lot of chatter, but not a lot of cohesive chatter, if you know what I'm saying. And as you can see, they've moved on. They're in the train station now. Green was able to penetrate that defense, and maybe it was one of those things where Blue got too comfortable. You know, they got a little too confident. They let those checkpoints go, and now they find themselves falling back. But we'll see here. I mean, this tunnel seems to be a bottleneck for the attackers, so let's see if if Blue can kind of take advantage of the situation and pick off a few tickets. But
they are moving
again,
quickly through there.
Yes, they are.
The chatter's kind of has gone to a minimum right now. It looks like people are really focused.
Interesting to see here the blue team really running in, no holds barred, staying very aggressive.
What you've got to in this situation where you've got the advantage, you want to keep it up, because if you let back, you're giving your opposition the time to regroup, to fix their mistakes. If you don't give them that opportunity to fix their mistake, it's like in any real sport. If you don't give the opposition the time to call a timeout, they're going to screw up. That's why in football you've got to hurry up offense, because you want to keep your defense guessing. In this situation, Green is keeping their defense guessing, and they don't know what to do, and it's falling apart. Yes.
Hey, we got Owen here, and we're going to give a little bit of commentary, because it seems like Owen's eating his words a little bit, but, you never know in these kind of matches. Owen, what are you seeing so far?
No, just like you said, I may have to eat my words here. Green, they've really started working together extremely well, and Blue did not get into position right after the entrance to the subway opened up and that bottleneck, there was no one defending that, and Green just rushed down into it.
So they moved in, got positioned pretty quickly, and it looks like Blue's a little bit on their heels, although they have gotten quite a few tickets taken care of. It looks like they're down to 71 tickets. No targets have been armed so far, but it looks like momentum might be shifting a little bit more towards Blue's direction, but again, you never know.
Yeah, it could very well be that Blue, they handle the close quarters combat better. We moved from that open field where they got just mowed down to this tight close quarters subway, so I don't know. Well, there's still a lot of gameplay left here.
Certainly a lot of game left, but that kind of speaks to the strengths and the weaknesses of each team. As you said, maybe a wide open field wasn't to the advantage of Team Blue against Team Green, but it seems like the close quarter combat seems to be working towards their advantage a little bit here.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be interesting if they get to the point where it opens up again. It's obviously it's not as deep in terms of depth for the field, but it's much wider and it is opened up again. So it'd be interesting if Green kind of just takes over there and not stand.
All right, so here we go. Team Blue knocking on the door a little bit. 62 tickets left for Green. No checkpoints have been armed yet, so looks like momentum is shifting towards Blue just a little bit more. But again, there's still a lot of game to be played. There's still 2 more pairs after this to go after. So, and only one match so far has gone the distance. So, we'll see. All right, we'll check in a little bit. Owen, thanks for joining us. We'll toss it back to you guys up there in the studio. Maybe you guys can comment, offer some your own comments.
Yeah, I like cheese. What about you, Marco?
Depends on what kind of cheese.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, also there's a tournament going on our screen,
yes.
and it looks like we're looking through the eyes of the attacking team right now. This would be the green team.
Yep.
And still remaining constantly on the move.
They're on the move, but because of this close quarter situation, they're having a little bit of trouble, working the flanks, getting around, trying to get into the slot to find that open, to get to those checkpoints so they can arm those units. But right now they are progressing at a better rate than they were at the start of this section.
Sure. Well, I think they got a little comfortable too with the first leg of this particular map, and now that they're moving on, they have to change up tactics a little bit. The perimeter defense isn't working so much, and so now they've got to buckle down. Plus, they're not defending; they're assaulting. So it's definitely a change of. But we definitely have some trouble here. They've reached an MCOM station.
And they're doing a good job there. They've got one guy covering one door, they've got another guy covering the other, so they're playing smart, they're communicating well in that situation.
Yeah, and they seem to know what their roles are at this point. Yep. You heard them say how they even had the different points named so they could send players over there really easily. So if that's the kind of team we're looking at, then they definitely have a way of communicating to each other so that they can. Shortcuts are an important part of this. You don't want to give long descriptions. You want to know, just say what you need to say, get them into position, and that's that.
Exactly.
And some excellent shooting too. We can talk about teamwork all you want, but you also have to be good.
But the thing is, in a game like this, even if you're good, if your teammates aren't, you know, up to your level and you guys aren't communicating and staying at on the same level, it doesn't matter how good you are if your team is not as good as you, or there's not that good balance.
Can't carry. And we are looking at an engineer here. He's got his rocket launcher ready to go. And
he's protecting his area, his territory.
Yep, and making sure that he's got some.
Oh, but he gets taken out pretty quickly.
Yeah, that is a danger when you wield one of those things too. You know, by the time you try to fire, by the time you try to switch weapons, that's the difference between life and death right there.
It looks like Green Team are very close to approaching it, to arming that second objective here.
Which is good. They've got 26 tickets left, so they've definitely got something to prove here. But I think we could be going into the final stretch, and it would be really interesting to see Green win, because that means one more match between Green and Blue.
But we shouldn't jump too much ahead, because you know, they are slowly being whittled down. So we could be eating our words.
Yeah, this is rough, but you do see the blinking icon, and now
it has been armed.
It is blinking attackers.
Oh, that was crazy right there.
And
it looks like Blue just managed to prevent that arming.
Absolutely, and we've got 14 tickets left, so it looks like advantage Blue.
Oh wow!
Except now, we've got armed.
Homer's saying it's armed.
Yep. This is rough. We've got 12 tickets left and an armed MCOM station. Are we going to see them succeed?
So one of the downsides up here, we don't hear the audio, so we don't hear if it's happening, what's happening down there.
Exactly. And we definitely have a medic out there at some point. We went from 12 to 13 tickets momentarily.
Oh, wow.
And now back to 12.
They got it.
Oh, congratulations.
Wow.
Congratulations indeed. And we moved to the final MCOM stations.
Oh no, this is not the final.
Oh well, it's the final stretch.
It means the final stretch, the final phase, phase.
Yeah, 2 sets left.
2 sets left. Oh, and so what have you seen, man? It came down to the wire just a second ago. They had only 10 tickets left, and they had B armed, and it was just like
that is one of those
to the finish.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was nail biting. So, I saw what happened on that last station. You know, it really came down to the wire. They armed it, and then they had several guys lay prone in different directions. And then popped the bipod out, and they just mowed down from those points. They did a great job of defending the MCOM as it was armed.
It seems like that's the theme for Team Green. They found out how to actually establish perimeters and pretty much keep the areas that they wanted to defend locked down, even though they were on the attack. Because once you arm it, you got to defend the MCOM station from being disarmed. So it seems like Team Green's got that real cohesive team play down, and we both might end up eating our words. I mean, looks like they're moving through this pretty quickly, but again,
wow.
Team Blue is on the defense pretty well, so this might be a real tight one too.
Yeah, definitely. On a side note, some criticism actually for both teams is I haven't seen a lot of the actual team play elements. You know, like the combat medic out there. I haven't seen him reviving many troops or throwing down health packs or support kits to give ammo. But it might just be the screens I've been looking at.
All right, let's continue on here. Thanks again for the commentary, Owen. Back to you guys upstairs.
Wow, it's really great to see the Green Team here.
Yeah.
When they finally armed the 2 stations inside of the subway, they were booking it as a team out of there. They really had in mind go, 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 and that's the kind of thing that the Blue Team really needed to be responding to. I'm going to be anxious now to see if they actually manage to do that. We're looking at them here.
Okay, charge has been set, so let's see what happens now.
Set.
And doing a great job, though, it seems, of defending.
So, Owen, you brought up a good point. In that last series there, you saw that somebody threw down a squad spawn point, right?
Well, it's just that they're utilizing the squad spawn well, so I just watched they were arming an objective, and one of their squad mates spawned right there, and then turned around and just shot a guy who was advancing on them from the other side. So it was a very good use of that.
So definitely those things are built to cater to those kind of tactics, right?
Exactly. So, you know, in a lot of shooters, what happens sometimes is, you know, you get spawn camped, you guys get locked down in the spot. But with squad spawn like that, you know, you can decide where you want to spawn. So you can help your teammates. You know, it's very team focused, and that's why I was talking about the team play elements, such as, you know, throwing down health packs or reviving it. It really adds a lot to the game.
All right, so let's check back in here. We got A armed and 45 tickets left for green. Looks like they're holding down A pretty well, too. They armed it up. And one thing I wanted to ask you, I'm seeing a lot of these ribbons starting to hit the screen now. What is this doing for the players who are actually leveling up, and what kind of advantages are they gaining?
So there's a lot to that. I mean, because when you get the ribbons, you're getting additional experience, and as you get more experience, you level up. You get more gun attachments and everything. But the ribbons are all, you know, you can get a ribbon for being a spawn point for your teammates, you know, and really for everything, headshots. There's literally hundreds and hundreds of ribbons that you can get, and so it's ultimately helping them unlock attachments here, so they don't have to go iron-sighted. They can throw on a red dot or something.
So checking back in on the match, looks like the momentum has shifted back to blue slightly, because now they're down. Team Green's down to 29 tickets, and it looks like there's just hellfire going on around the blue target. But looks like blue's got that locked down. They got like 4 or 5 bodies over there. What do you think, man? 26 tickets. Has Green got a chance to go secure that point?
I think they have a chance. They've done well at adapting and everything. And in these situations where a spot seemed very well defended, you know, you use one of the core tenets of Battlefield, which is destruction, to your advantage. You know, you get an engineer in there, start blowing some holes in the walls that they're using to help defend their points. So really change up the Battlefield.
All right, let's get back to the match. This could be a turning point right here for blue or green. At this point, regardless of tickets and regardless of how many points have been captured, it seems like this is like a do or die checkpoint right here. It seems like whoever takes this, obviously for blue, if they take it, the game's over. They're the champs. But if green takes this, it looks like the momentum might carry them over for a rematch. But again, 15 tickets.
Things are looking bleak for green at this point, I would say.
It's slowly dwindling away. But the thing is that because there's only one area they have to defend for Team Blue, is that they're working around it. They've created such a good perimeter around it that green are just not able to put any pressure into that to get in there. It could be the end.
But I have seen a medic over on the green team, trying to keep people alive. So it's possible that you know, maybe they can halt the ticket bleed.
Well, the thing is, it's one thing to hold on to your lives. They still need to get that object armed.
Sure do.
You know, it seems as if ammo is playing kind of a factor right now, if you will. It's like the 13th man here. Ammo and health seem to be playing a huge part. And
4 tickets left
right now.
Yeah, I'm definitely hearing calls for medics.
3 tickets
as
left.
Well as ammo.
This could be the end.
You know, we're using a pistol right here.
1.
You know,
Oh, we're gonna hear the sounds, hear the cheering.
Combat medics trying to save the ticket.
All right.
And there we go. Blue
wins
team wins our Battlefield 3 tournament.
All right,
Marco,
I'm
what do
going
you
to
think?
Chris right away. Marco, Kevin.
Hey, hello.
Go straight to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Go.
All right, here we go. Chris, what's up, man?
It feels great. Again, I got to give the credit to my team. If it wasn't for these guys, I'm nothing. These guys, man. But it feels awesome. We won. So.
All right, well, congratulations, man. Go ahead and shake hands with your partners here. Team Green, man, you guys fought a valiant battle. But, you know, ammo kind of played a part in your demise.
Plays a part. You know, kind of sucks when you don't have that, you know, so. Yeah, we worked with what we had. We kicked ass, and it was great, man.
You guys had a great match. I'm telling you, that first set of checkpoints was unbelievable. You guys blew through it. Seems like you guys got caught up a little bit in the train yard, but you guys knocked that out to overcome the disadvantages. But it seemed like the third checkpoint was your demise. So
we didn't have a good enough strategy for that. I mean, we tried gathering our troops, but we couldn't get in there.
well, you guys had a great match. You got anything to say?
Just didn't work out this time, I guess. I mean, that spot's tough, dude. I mean, there's not a whole lot of ways you can go at it.
When it all comes down to it, it was just we all played a good game, had fun. That's what we came here to do, and it was just really fun.
And we'll see you guys at the next Battlefield tournament, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Team Green, let's give it up, Team Green. But you know what? With all due respect, I only talk to winners, so. I'm just joking. All right, you guys were great. Blue team. Blue team. All right, you guys all get one thing to say as the champs.
Hey, man, we pulled through. We got our team down, defending, and we pulled.
All right, that's one thing.
Battlefield was a lot more fun than Call of Duty.
All right, that's just one. Yeah! All right, one thing.
Teamwork. That's the key.
Madness. This is Sparta!
All right, that was just one. Team Blue. Team Blue.
That's where it's at.
That's where it's at.
Happy for my team.
You're from a different team?
No, I'm this team.
Oh, all right. Wait, what are you doing? All right, what do you got to say?
Kick ass and take names.
All right.
Do fibs, man.
All right.
Craziest tournament ever.
Very intense. Thank you, GameSpot.
That's right. Thank us, GameSpot, because, you know, we are badasses. Oh, we're giving these away to who? To the winners. Here are your spoils. To the winners go the spoils. Take your GameStop thing. I don't need, Cynthia, how much is this worth? 50 bucks? You already got one? Did you get one? No. All right, here we go. Winners, 50 bones. 50 bones. Go get your pre-order now. Wait, we got enough? There we go. Boom. All right, folks. GameSpot.com, hosting your Battlefield 3 early deployment ticket. Team Blue reigns supreme. Back to you guys in the studio.
Was the great Homer Ribara once said, "Thank you, GameSpot."
Yes.
But in any case, this was actually really great. Congratulations, Team Blue. It looks like they all get to take 50 bones to GameStop, not to be confused with GameSpot, and get to spend that on almost all of a game.
Pretty much, well, they will be spending it on Battlefield 3. I'm pretty certain after what they've played tonight, if they haven't already been convinced of getting this game, I think now they are for sure getting this game.
I'm convinced, not that I had to be convinced before.
Exactly.
But Marko Djordjevic, thank you for joining me.
No problem, it was a pleasure.
Absolutely. Thanks to Kevin from EA, who is now probably in the air as we speak, enjoying his flight. Thanks to all of you. I hope that all 52 people that get keys for the beta are incredibly happy tomorrow. Come maybe noon Pacific time, 3 Eastern time, and enjoy those keys. Thanks everybody for joining in for our Battlefield 3 beta tournament at GameSpot. Until next time, we'll catch you around.